guys to cross your T's, a couple dot a couple of I's, because why not? You want to make sure you got all your things together, all the stuff together. And I'm waiting for my Facebook Live feed to kick in. We'll get all of that together over there. And as I'm preparing to do so, of course, I want to be able to run all of the. And today's show is brought to you by by you guys, as we'll get that together. Again, shout out to everybody that is logging on and getting together. Let me just double check my feed here from this end. Why do I feel like it's just not loud enough? It's never really loud enough for me. I be wanting to not necessarily scream in my ears, but I be wanting to make it so that I got like extra volume going on in my ears so I can actually hear myself. If you are logging on the Facebook Live, logging on to my personal page, blowradio.com page. If you are logging on to the YouTube channel, make sure that you say hello so that we can get you chimed in. That would be dope. Again, welcome to Live with JustPatrice. BlowRadio.com is officially in the building 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I mean, you could be anywhere else, but why? You understand what I'm saying? Why? Why would you want to be? Okay. Seriously, I'm thankful that you guys are here. Thankful that you're having a conversation with me today. Hey, Miss Janice, how you doing today? Glad to have you join the conversation. We're gonna talk today. Today's topic is called closed mouths. Dot dot dot. Closed mouths, and then lots of question marks. Because again, I'm all about this breaking the silence in our generation to help end some of these generational curses, to extend the idea that um when you be quiet, things don't get taken care of the way they're supposed to be taken care of. You get swept under the rug, whether it is personally in the house, whether it's professionally, whether it's socially. It's time to stop with the shh, don't tell nobody but God. You understand what I'm saying? It's time to cut all of that out. But before we go into the topic, before I get all of there, I want to ask y'all to go ahead and share the video. Invite y'all friends to come chop it up with us. We're gonna talk a little bit of celebration, and I'm gonna say what I need to say because blowradio.com provides me the platform to be able to get some things off my chest. Shout out to Janice Johnson of on the Bayou. Chef Janice is in the building. Shout out to Lisa Mueller in the building. Big boy, Big Blue is in the building. Stephen Gladney. Shout out to my homegirl, Tamira, proprietor of Delicious Bites, is in the building. Glad to have you join the conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure y'all to share this video, please, very much. Cross a couple T's, dot some I's before we do that. Again, if you are watching the show, and you must be logged on to blowradio.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I mean, you could be anywhere else, but why? Okay, seriously, I'm just glad that you guys are here hanging out with me. In addition to that, if you are watching, you've probably logged on to Facebook Live on my personal page or on blowradio.com's page or on YouTube. Make sure that if you are in the blowradio.com group that you are giving StreamYard permission to use your likeness and comments and things like that. Otherwise, it's going to come up as Facebook user. And though I don't mind that because I love saying, hi, Facebook user, I'm sure you want me to be able to acknowledge you on according to look at that. This little twitch on my face is serious. It is absolutely serious. But we're gonna talk about some stuff today, like we always do. I'm gonna share all the good vibes. I got some great energy muscle in my belly, and I'm gonna be able to share some of that with you guys. Because that's how I do. Canned beats. What up? Glad to have you join the conversation, brother. So dig, right? I'm gonna make sure that I am doing all the things that I'm supposed to do. And making sure we got all the things together. So, of course, I want to make sure that I am doing the love thing for myself and crossing T's and dotting I's here as we are. Let me make sure which promo banner I'm supposed to have on. because yeah, is it this one? Is it this one? Yeah. It is. Is it is that, of course, every show I do is brought to you by blowradio.com, exclusively on blowradio.com, live with Just Patrice Headwork Conversations, which is actually screwed up together to make a comeback. I've got some amazing ideas, as well as some people are inboxing me saying, "Fam, what's up with the Headwork Conversations?" And, I'm all about doing my best to please as many as I can so we can get it all together. Of course, Calm Wellness Services is definitely in the building, JPA Elevated in the building. And of course, as we are gearing up to approach October, we want to show some focus to the Love My Tatas campaign, which will be joining shortly. And just for the sake of throwing it out together, want to throw this here. I don't know. It's always able to hear it on social media. But let me see if it'll let me do it this way. So Calm on the Services, of course, is my baby. Want to be able to bust that down for y'all real quick. We are offer energy work and massage. Uh, invite you the opportunity to go ahead and visit the website, which is Wellcom, WELKALM, like welcome, except welcome .com, and go check that out to get you some services. Come get on this table. From what I hear, if you just want to go ahead and check out the Google what is that called, the Google reviews, and let my customers tell you how um, much they enjoy the services, then we can go from there. Thank you very much for that update, Steve. I appreciate that. And then also brought to you by JPAElevated.com. I want to make sure that y'all JPA Elevated is a host of infused indulgences for your skin. Of course, manufactured and produced by yours truly, because why not? Sometimes you have a little extra achy ache here and there, or your skin might be a little dry. You're looking for something that'll help to give you some great exfoliation, some awesome moisturization, and help with a little bit of ache and pain. Just because sometimes you want to be able to keep moving. And you don't want to take anything that destroys your kidneys. You don't want to take anything that's killing your liver. You don't want to take anything that's chewing up the insides of your body, but something created from all natural products. Then I want to invite you to go to jpaelevated.com and get some of that goodness, because why not? Okay. In addition to that, we'll go through the rest of the stuff in just a little bit, but I just want to make sure that I invited you guys to check out some of those websites. If you are a business and you would like to advertise on blowradio.com, I encourage you to do so. For a $50 holla, inbox me $50 and you get an opportunity to interview live with myself or live with Homer Blow, depending on the days and times of availability. In addition to that, we promote the show not only on social media, but actually on the blowradio.com station, which is well over 60,000 listeners, still in strong going, because why not? I'm just saying, 14 years plus, I'm in for 11 of those. And I'm excited to be able to share that with you guys. In addition to that, last week, Tuesday, I celebrated 11-year anniversary here on blowradio.com. I'm excited to have done that. Glad to have you have joined us for the times, and for those who have been with me in blowradio.com through the entire journey, from the women's panel to live Patrice and live with JustPatrice, and live with whomever in the women's panel as it's transitioned through the 1, 2, 3 stages, 4 stages of that, and just stepping into the idea of pressing on into um, media, still here, still doing a thing, still glad to have the conversation, still be able to have the platform to be able to share that with you guys. And yeah, all of those things. Also excited to be able to announce that last Monday I had the council meeting, the licensed council meeting hearing for Happy Days Day Bar, and we were forwarded on to the next phase, which means the license on table for approval, pending any of the holds. So we just got one little bit of occupancy push thing to get done, and then we're on deck. So if you are in the Milwaukee area, or traveling that way and you're looking to put a little happy in your life, make sure you slide through Happy Days Day Bar, which happens to be inside of the Sherman Phoenix. And I'm so glad about that. Glad to be able to be officially a part of the Sherman Phoenix family. Glad to be able to officially be a part of all the things and all the stuff um, that is in the core of the city when we start talking about marketing and entrepreneurship. Glad to be able to help to push forward and grow that business. I'm hopeful that you guys will come out, show your love and support, increase traffic, and not just for Happy Days Day Bar, but to visit some of the other vendors. It's like 28 businesses in that building, and you might need your haircut. In the cocktail, you might need to grab something to eat, and like, I really could use a great drink. Or you might like, you know what, I just want to get a massage, or and I think Titus is still in the building, so I want to get a manicure and have cocktails. I want to have that done. So why would you not? um just saying, it's a good opportunity for all of us to be able to work together, to build together, to grow together, and I'm excited about that. Excited about being able to be a part of history. So Gritty is definitely in the building. Can Beats. Maybe I can encourage y'all to do we'll do a dual pod. How about that? I think that it'll be nice to have blowradio.com station in the building. So Greedy radio station, and tone deaf pod in the building. You get what I'm saying? I think that would be fly for have us all in there broadcasting at the same time, cross referencing, shared mics. You know what I'm saying? I think we should do that. I think we should have. Uh, I think we should sit down and talk about that. Just like do a triple broadcast. That would be crazy, right? Yes, indeed. Yes, I am, Katina. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Hey, love, how are you? Glad to see you join the conversation as well. Um, I am at the mom studio. Would love to be able to see you at the mom studio. It would be awesome. I'll be here until 4 o'clock, maybe a little later. But come check it out. Come say hi. Come say hi. Also, it's just a couple things I want to be like, so much you want to talk about. You want to make sure you handle all the business before you start talking about. Been talking about that for a minute. That would be dope. You feel what I'm saying? Could you imagine all three of us up there, all the stations up there? You know what I'm saying? We'll of course run the mics. Am I giving the whole thing? I just did. Anyway, so that the broadcast is actually simultaneously shared, and we will obviously simultaneously be broadcasted on all of the stations at the same time. Same show, same concept, same feel. I think that would be bomb. No, I did not. No, I did not. That's gonna be my answer. That's gonna be my answer. That is going to be my answer. Oh, let's do it. She said, "Let me get yours. Come through. Come through. Why not? I love you. You love me. We're a happy family. Why not?" I'd love to see you. Anywho, so dig this, yo. Y'all know that I started the series off last month with my homegirl Nia Bradley, and we were talking about time with Nia, being able to cross some T's, dot some I's, and getting some things off of our chest, shutting down the concept of keeping a closed mouth on things as they were relative to abuse or neglect or assault in those capacities. We talked about all of those things. However, as I've been thinking and as I've been dealing with all this bullshit trying to open this business, I'm like, isn't it not time to just stop being quiet and sweeping all of the drama under the rug? Like seriously, I'm so at the somebody told me, inboxed me and said, don't let them see you sweat. I was like, no, see that I'm sweating. Don't let them shake me. Don't let them take me down. Don't let them break me. Of course not. But I want you. I don't have nothing to hide because if I'm hiding the sweat from somebody else, I don't want nobody else that's trying to tread this journey to think, hey, it's gonna be a breeze because it ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be somebody in your face who's gonna hate on you, who's gonna not offer you the genuine kind love openness that you are trying to offer in exchange, and you're gonna feel slighted, you're gonna feel smited, you know what I'm saying? And it's not so much because you just gotta have your way, it's because some people feel like following the rules is a no-go. And because they've not done it for so long, that quote unquote, this is just how it's done. And the truth of the matter is, like, if I can even just be as candid as I can possibly be, I'm so tired of hearing people say, well, that's just how it's done. Like it's okay. Like, that's just how it's done is a blatant sign that we're not following the rules. We're going to treat everybody that we can like crap. And you kind of just got to deal with it because this is just how things are done. It's how it's always been done. And if it's always been done wrong or crappy, why are y'all still doing it like that? Hey, Facebook user. Hey, Dana Page. How's it going? Glad to have you join the conversation. I'm just trying to understand, why is it that that's the way we're supposed to just accept it? It's like saying, um, you've always done something like even Coca-Cola stopped putting the seed of the poppy in Coca-Cola soda. So people, because it ain't right. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't just keep doing it like, well, that's the way it's always been. How about all these people spend this time talking about doing what's right? Making sure that we're building community, because that's the sign, that's the new catchphrase, building community, and we're all on the quote unquote same page because we're all on the quote unquote same team, and nobody means it. Like nobody means it. It's crazy when you because I'm all about, like, I'm one of those people that, like, this is my word is bond. When you don't have much of nothing and you start from scratch, when you've lost everything, you feel what I'm saying, and been broken down to like the last of nothingness, and all you got is your word. And man, listen, my word is bond, and I will tell you I can't do something, and I will tell you I will do my best to do something, and I never make a promise if I can't do it. If I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do my best, I'm not sure what that's gonna look like, but let's try to get it done, and then I stick to that. But that's me. And do I expect everybody to be like me? Like, no, I don't. I know we didn't all grow up in the same houses, and I've even learned recently that even if you were brought up in the same houses, the perception of what that life was like is all about who we are as individuals. And so what I may have felt like was an amazing time, somebody else may have felt like, I can't believe that I'm here. You understand what I'm saying? Like this different levels of perception, and the smoothest way, the easiest way to get through some of that is to ask questions, to offer engagement. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to make no assumptions. It's so many people I know that are afraid of confrontation. And when I say confrontation, just don't want to hear the word no. No. No, 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 no. Say it to yourself several times. Look in the mirror and just stand there and be like, no, I don't like that. No, you're wrong. You can't have this. You can't do that. Just say it to yourself over and over again until you just don't care. And then you could just push past that. And if that's the only thing that's keeping you from having the things that you want in this life, and that's the only thing that's keeping you from pressing forward or speaking your mind or saying because you think someone will be upset with you, one say it anyway. Spend some time in the mirror talking to yourself and say it anyway, over and over and over again to yourself until it don't bother you anymore, till you get that little tingle out the middle of your belly, and just say it. If you need a friend that you can call so you can say it, so you can hear somebody else say it too, and then they can just be like, no, call me, fam. Call me. You know what I mean? And I'll help you get through the no phase. All right. And I'm saying that because I don't like to be told no. I ain't gonna even lie. I don't like it at all. I don't like it because I rarely ask for anything. So when I ask for something, especially if I've engaged in a certain capacity, yeah, fam, just go on and give it to me. Just go on and give it to me. In addition to that, I'm not here to manipulate nobody out of nothing. I don't want you to do nothing extra. You don't have to. I've done without extra for a long time. You understand what I'm saying? Extra ain't required. But what I do require is just to do your job and do what the hell you said you were going to do. Don't fluff me because I know fluff when I see it. I'm not a kid. You understand me? I'm not a child, nor am I child-minded. My warm heart fuzzies and my welcomeness to my ability to be, open-hearted, open-minded and welcoming to people does not make me soft. You understand? It's a strength of mine, and I embrace it graciously. And when I said that the Most High suited me to do minty things and deal with your no and peep out your mess, was one of them or two of them. You understand what I'm saying? Like I see it coming from a mile away. I also see arrogance. I also see cockiness. I see defense. I see a person that's been abused, that's been trying to buck up against everybody because nobody's ever gonna do it to me again. It's like your energy speaks way before you say a word. It's all over you. And when you feel, I also know somebody who just needs to be in charge, who just needs to be in control for whatever reason. I don't care how and why you got that way. You can smell it from a mile away. But I can also smell fake cooperation. If we're gonna work together, we're gonna build. You know what I mean? That you mean you think that. Let me just say that again. You think that you're gonna coerce me into doing what you need me to do for you. No, fam. We're gonna either work together or you can kick bricks. That's real. Either either you're going to be as giving as I'm going as you requiring of me. You're going to show up in the same capacity as you are required of me, or you can just kick bricks. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why people are so invested on, like, listen, life happens, and when we are talking about money and building lives and things like that, money comes and goes. Like, you can make money at this day and age by selling just about anything or making just about anything and re-exchange it. You can get bread. You can't, you integrity, you got it or you don't. You understand? Like if you don't you like you can't just buy integrity. Either your morals are intact or they're not. And let me tell you, that will show way before you get a massive amount of dollar amount. You people will see it or not. And I just not even never been in a position to allow anybody to talk to me any kind of way, handle me any kind of way, just because you feel like you're in a different position. And I don't care. Like, because you've not seen my work, don't mean that my work didn't get done. Maybe your reach is not as far as you think it is. Because you don't know that I know people, because I'm not a name dropper. And I don't walk around with plaster with, oh, I know, and then the list of people running off my shoulder, kind of dripping down my ass so you can see it. And that don't mean I don't know nobody. My engagement with people are different because I'm not an ass kisser. And because I'm going to always be 100, I'm never going to tell you that I'm pleased with something if I'm not. And I'll be like, look, all right, do what you need to do. Well, so what does that mean? That means exactly what I said. I didn't say that I like it. Now, I'm not here to dump on nobody. I'm not here to make nobody else's life difficult, but I'm not here to allow you to make my life more difficult than it needs to be either. That would be, I don't know, uncivilized. What people want you to be. It's so time though, yo. It's absolutely time. And when collectively, like we do all this complaining as a people, not individually, because I don't know your plight individually, but we do all this talk about how the system, quote unquote, is holding us back, and how the people are doing the white people are doing the thing to you, that the stuff and the us and the filth, the fluff, yeah, that part. And we spend more time as a people treating each other the exact same way that we, quote unquote, are fighting against, standing against, complaining about, from those that are not like us. And I keep saying I'm trying to be on purpose, as politically correct, oh no, I hate that word, as possible, because I have a lot of friends that are not like me, that don't look like me, and not in the same structure, or not of the same structure as I am, who don't think or move like those people that I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I have some friends who are not like me, that are more loyal than people who look just like me in multiple facets. Multiple facets. I'm gonna tell you, like, what one thing. What's even like snakes and dogs and trifling people who are in spaces of manipulation and using people. Like those type of people are like the worst kind of people in my world. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes. Because you don't gotta be like that. Like something happened to you to make you feel like, if I gotta get everybody before they all get me. Like you living your life, spending the time trying to get everybody before they all get you, even the people that ain't trying to get you. Like you trying to get them too. That's dumb. And what it is, what you're doing is you are fulfilling that mess. We talk about the change and the culture and the growth and how rich and amazing, and all you doing is keep sticking people the same way, and the same way. Oh, you're not gonna take over what I'm doing it. I don't want to take over nobody's shit. All I ever care about is just be true to your word. Do what you know is right. Walk in the level of morality. Yes, yes. Yes, people have that type of engagement, that the possibility exists that you can be this morally sound and still be happy in this life. You understand what I'm saying? Like y'all so worried about Mm, 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 mm. All the wrong things. All the wrong things, man. I know we gotta have money to live. We gotta have relationships to forge these. We gotta do all of that, but have the right relationships. The right relationships so you can either make change or do better. You understand what I'm saying? Just do what over and over again. I said, do what you know is right, yo, and then tuck your butt in when somebody calls you to the table. Hey, yo, that's whack, man. Cause I'm probably gonna be the person that always do that. That ain't cool. That's not what you said. And if you feel like you have a problem with keeping your word, don't talk to me. You can go lie and manipulate somebody else. And I'm saying that like several times. Since I'm gonna say since May until I don't know. This is last week, today the 12th. You know what I'm saying? We talking like the end of May till now. Like the level of lies and manipulation that I have seen in people of power, quote unquote power, people of authority, people in charge of all. It's that's disgusting. In the private inbox that I get that say, I've been saying that for a long time, or man, I was thinking it. I told my husband, or I man, me and my wife was just talking about man, me and my guy and them. Listen, why y'all gotta be so quiet about it? This is no different than knowing who Ray Ray and them is that killed Sean, and nobody tells where Ray Ray is. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's the same concept. It's the same malicious cycle. You feel me? Don't go downstairs by Uncle Pete. Cause you know, Uncle Pete got a little problem. But if y'all just stay away from him and he be okay. Absolutely not. How do y'all know Uncle Pete got a problem? What did Uncle Pete do? And why the hell is Uncle Pete in the basement? Quietly. Being allowed to still do the things. You understand? No psychological help, no rehabilitative help, none. Just in the basement, still being fucked up Uncle Pete. No difference than politicians in office skating over the concepts of, well, that's just how it's been. And if you just keep allowing it to just be that way, nothing will ever change. Yeah, I mean, you can say what you want to say, but because if I'm the only person that's ever saying something, I don't mean me and personally, just physically me. I mean me and those like me. If it's not enough people requiring a change, it's never going to happen. That's why motherfuckers don't vote. People stop voting because they don't believe that the vote could come down to 20 people. And if 20 people just said, I ain't doing it. 20 people could change, one person could change the results. One. It could literally be, it could get split down, it could happen. And that's why every vote counts. That's why it all matters. Because the farther ahead I can get in the support realm, then the less likely that we'll be that close. And they already counted the vote out. They already counted you out. They ain't gonna, they don't show up for stuff like this. And whoever they is the people that are to be excluded. Whatever race you are. You understand? Shout out to my baby boy, my brother, Benny Vets is in the building. Hey, shout out to my baby girl, Vicky. Oh, Kimio's son. Hey, baby. Porter. Oh, have we adopted? I see that. Yes, ma'am. Let's do it. I love you, sis. Miss you as well. Then the page time in the building conversation. Look, I can just go in and go off constantly. All I'm saying is closed mouths. What they don't nothing happens. If you just constantly just being quiet about it. Don't say nothing about it. Don't get folks on deck because of it. You feel what I'm saying? Like what are we gonna have then? We'll have nothing. You feel what I'm saying? What is it gonna be? Like it'll always be, what does this look like? You follow what I'm saying? It'll always be the, well, I don't want to hear well, no more. Because it's 2022. Like seriously, like when I say, like, we are approaching the fourth quarter of 2022. Like it's almost 2023, and people are like the same jacked up, oppressed, psychological, same thing. Like no, there's no massive. Everybody tapping into all these great businesses, doing all these great, but with the same mentality. It's a go get some therapy, yo. Find somebody to talk through those things, to change the understanding, to tap into a different cycle of thinking. You understand what I'm saying? You can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. It's not gonna happen, man. It's not. You're always gonna get the same thing. 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar. You know what I'm saying? That's why recipes are in place. That no matter how you do it, no matter where you go, it's going to be the exact same thing. Use these products and use this much of these products, and bam, you're going to get the same result, same food. It's going to happen. When you change the thing, you understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying adding strawberries to a biscuit recipe still makes a damn biscuits with strawberry. You understand what I'm saying? However, once you change the amount of eggs that you add to that, now you have cake. And cake and biscuit is not the same thing. You have to change baking soda or baking powder. That is a change, different result. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the variety therein of the same recipe, add a little bit of this, add a little bit. This is killing me. It's killing me. Y'all crazy. You're crazy. You have to be willing to do it. Now, Dana said you have to be willing to become being uncomfortable, ignorant, and humble for change. Listen, listen to these words. Uncomfortable. The trees are growing constantly. They never rest. Never be hundreds of years. These trees be hundreds of years old, and they change constantly. You look at the circles of the rings; it's constantly growing. The tree got bigger. It got bigger from the outside in. Do you feel what I'm saying? It just keep bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. The branches got longer and longer and longer and longer and heavier and thicker. You understand what I'm saying? The fruit die, it come back. The leaves fall off, they grow back. It's constant, yo. Trees are never settled. Look how big they are, how massive they are, how amazing, how majestic they are. You understand what I'm saying? Ignorance is not the same as stupidity. Ignorance is a lack of knowledge, but seeking thereof. You understand what I'm saying? You just didn't know. And that means tapping into a place where you don't know what the results are going to be, but you're still willing to do it. That's the humility. The humility is, look, I don't know where this is going to take me, but I'm willing to do it. You understand what I'm saying? That's how you get change. If you keep just putting 6 lemons, 2 cups of sugar, and a gallon of water, your lemonade gonna be the same every time. Every time. You'll always have lemonade, different kinds of lemonade, but just come on though. I use food reference a lot because I like food, yo. Don't trip on that. But we are talking about the same structure, the same concept. If it'll always be this way. If every time you become say there's a new older person that decide that they're going to run. I'm going to run. I'm going to change my community. What does that mean? I'm going to be a change for my community, a change for the community. Are you going to just become indoctrinated into the system that's already there? Or are you going to buck against it? And then that's going to be difficult. Are you able to be willing to get people to change their mind? Can you change the mind of not just the community, of the people who are representing the community, so that when these laws and these things are these actions are being licenses, laws, structures are being established, that there is change. Yo, if you're not willing to do that, then you just said, look, I'm gonna go join this crew over here. Then just go join the crew, yo. I'm not salty with you for joining the crew. I look, if that's what you want to join the crew, join the crew. But say you want to join the crew. Don't lie to all these constituents and say, listen, I'm gonna do different, I'm gonna be better, I'm gonna do all the nice things that I can do for the community. What does that look like? You know what I'm saying? If somebody tell me, don't celebrate the Black agenda. Y'all celebrate, y'all kill me, y'all celebrate too early. Celebrate what? Why is there a Black agenda? I'm just trying to understand that. I know that concept right there probably just pissed somebody off. Me even asking why. Who made the agenda, and which Blacks are included in this agenda, and who to be benefit to be the beneficiaries of this agenda? I got questions. I do. Hey, Auntie Rita, how you doing? I mean, if there's an agenda for everybody, right? Like, it's not, but it's not. It's not a collective agenda. It's never been. It's never. Has there ever been a collective agenda? No, because now if we just do what they do, then we can have what they had. Why do we even want what they had? That what they had ain't for you. What somebody else had ain't for you. How about what's for you? How about wanting what greatness is available to and for you? How about that? I don't understand. Like, I don't know. It's just too much going on. It's too much going on. And all the lies and all the discredited engagement. Like, it's just so much and so little of nothingness. Let me take this off my ear. Shout out to my sister Freebie for isn't that cute? Right? I mean, but I guess if we're all just quiet and nobody complains about nothing, they can continue to do in the things that they've always done. I mean, it's no different. In my personal opinion, it's no different than an abuser making sure the abused don't tell nobody because there may be consequences. Like, it's the same thing. Like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. If don't you better not never tell nobody, but God, it's a thing. And cause what? Cause no one will believe you. And if you tell somebody, then I'm gonna do something to such and such. If I tell somebody, you're probably gonna go to jail, yo. If I tell somebody, it's gonna go bad. hmm Yeah, I'm thirsty. No, this is not. I took a Sprite and I added some meal to it. hmm hmm I'm always so just overwhelmed, I guess, at the thought of what is it supposed to look like when we're doing the thing. You know what I mean? What is life supposed to be like, really? Excuse me. Hey, babe. I bought Chasey a new chew ring so he could stay focused while I was on here. I just, and the older I get, the less impressed I am with the evolution, quote unquote, of us. The older I am, the less impressed I am with the concept that this is how it's supposed to be done. Maybe that's why I don't like that Montel Jordan song. This is how it is. I hate that song. I never liked it. Never liked it. And maybe the lock in of, well, this is just how things are done, because I hate that concept also. And the restrictiveness of that, and the inability that that offers growth. That is just so whack to me. It's absolutely just so whack. And I know some people, and nobody has to think like me. No, and not everybody has to be willing to make changes or do the things, whatever the case may be. Let me see. This is funny. um, do you understand what I'm saying? I just it would be so good if the simplest things of just do what you said you were going to do. Do what you know is right. You understand what I'm saying? And then not spend your time trying to manipulate, come up on, um, take advantage of somebody else. Like, for what? Mm, mm, mm. I just want us to do collectively. Like, we get, as a community, we get pissed off at all of the craziest things. All of the things, like, I can't believe this is happening. They're shooting our kids. Okay, that is an awful tragedy. Absolutely awful. Hey, babe. In the same breath, though, in the same fit of tragedy, in the same fit of tragedy, that child had, or young person had stolen a car, ran through several lights, hitting several other people, causing a couple deaths along the way, and then got pinned down under whatever. And the concept of engagement for that child is now, is he the victim? What, baby? What are you doing? Hmm. It's okay. Stop it. Yeah, sorry. Talking to my babe. Is he the victim? But he is a victim. At what stage, though, was he the victim? Is he a victim, of the young man at the end, or because this is how he got to that space? Like, at what point, are we looking for accountability? I'm just trying to figure it out. At what point are we looking and requiring, accountability? I just don't think that there's enough of that. Not in this community. Like, the expectation, like, you can get into, like, be mad at the whole club owners for doing whatever. You for us, let's just say there's a shooting, and we're talking about Milwaukee. There's a shooting in the club. Now we mad at the club owners for whenever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got shot, but six other people worked diligently to sneak their weapons inside of the club. Why should we not be mad at the people that did that? or your guy was at the security, it was at the door, and your guy let you in though. I mean, it was just me, so he let you in, so it was okay for him to let you in. You feel what I'm saying? So we can break the rules for you, but the rules got broke for somebody else who didn't know how to handle their stuff a certain kind of way, and now, well, now it's all bad, right? It's all bad across the board, right? Or is it? See what I mean? Like, good afternoon, Mr. Lane. How you doing? You follow what I'm saying? If we're bending rules or bending structured ideas and bending regulations, like who decides who gets to be bent for? And then I mean, like, so the whole point boils back down to morality, right? Your moral stature, not mortality, morality. Your character. What how do you judge right and wrong? And it's just not enough of that. You know, let me just put this up here because I'm definitely inviting y'all to have this conversation. I mean, I could talk, but it's so much nicer if y'all talk to me. So I'm gonna invite y'all to go ahead and call in 414-885-4739. That's area code 414-885-4739. So I'm gonna invite you to go ahead and come in. I want to know your comments on this. You get what I'm saying? Or am I just tripping for expecting us to not be as silent as we have been for all these centuries? You know what I'm saying? It's quiet. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Shh, don't tell nobody. Or man, don't let nobody see you. Let them see me go off. Let them see me be mad. Let them see that now you pushed this button. Good. Guess what that means for you though? You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes we hide the wrong hand. You understand what I mean? Like jar their sensibility. You know what I'm saying? When I say being quiet and not saying anything, okay, you want to move in silence. Real gangsters move in silence. That's because they doing some shit they're not supposed to be doing. And people who are moving out loud and strong words are doing what a quote unquote have typically have their moral stature intact, have all their characteristics. And that's not everybody. We just talking typical because nobody is perfect, and people make mistakes. And making a mistake is one thing, but actively engaging people in trifleness is a whole other situation. You feel what I'm saying? Like, do better. Again, I'm gonna invite y'all to call in because I definitely want to have these conversations. Let me make sure that I got it so that you can call in while I'm telling you all to call in. I want to make sure that the phone is active to do that. I just feel like you get what I'm saying. It's just not enough opted in engagement, and it's too much of the back and forth. Too much. Let me set the settings. It's 885-4739. This is it. This is it. Oh. I wonder if I can answer it on here. Let me see. Let's see. I'm gonna try. Uh, I think we there it is. I just feel like it's so much opportunity for us to legitimately do better. You know what I mean? And we spend so much time fighting against that. I'm a I need to call somebody to see if I can get it to work. Let me see. Cuz they might not be able to hear me, but the one person I know I can call to see if I can call myself. Let me see who I could call right quick. Who I could call right quick. I got to go through all these phones. number. Mm, uh, hmm. Let me see. For I'm gonna see if I can hear him. He always down for. Let me see. I know. I don't know if he can hear me though. We about to find out. I know I can hear him, but I'm gonna see if he can hear me.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. I'm just checking to make sure it's working. That's all. Thank you. Of
Are you on air?
course I am.
Hilarious.
I know, but I need to make sure it worked. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Okay, bye bye. Oh, perfect. Okay, so I probably should have had him call me. So if one of y'all could just dial the number, I just want to make sure that it rings where it's supposed to ring, and then I can answer it from here. That was, oh, I done figured it out again. Boy, it's always one step ahead of the game. I'm getting it step by step. I appreciate that. So one of y'all dial the number for me, 414-885-4739, area code 414-885-4739. Please feel free to offer your comments to anything that we're talking about today, to be comfortable with saying, like I said, all voices are welcome. You don't have to agree with me. You just have to do so. You do so respectfully. Disagree respectfully, and we be good. You have to agree respectfully also. I mean, just you don't have to agree with what I'm saying. You might think I'm tripping, and that's fine. Just don't get on here and cuss me out because I will hang up on you, and then I'll block you. But I invite you to call in and give your feedback to add to the conversation, because why not? I think this is a great opportunity to be able to share, and that's what the line is for. Call in and say something. It's enough of y'all logged on right now to be able to say, I'm a listen. But I think my voice should be heard. And sometimes it's always so easier when if I'm going off, it's no problem. If I'm chill, let's see, is that the number? Which I don't even know. That is not calling over there. I don't know. I'm gonna decline that because I don't think it rang where I think it's supposed to ring. Let me see, because the phone didn't ring over there. Let me see. Let me see. No, it definitely wasn't there. I got all these other calls coming. Like I have like too many phone lines. Oh, that's you, Dana. Did you call the 414-885-4739? Because it didn't ring over here. Let me look. I'm looking here. Did you call my personal number? Because I didn't see. It didn't ring. 204, 204, 217. Oh, I see it over here, but it's only ringing over here. I don't know why it's not ringing over this side. And I knew it wasn't gonna do it right. It's acting extra funny. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can get it. Let me. Okay, hang up again. I see it's not ringing over here. I can only dial out over here. I can see it, but it's not ringing. So let me change that to. I can dial out, but I can't call in over here. So I'm gonna call you, Dana. I try calling this ring. Um, Morality isn't standard where there's culture is no code. People, okay, let me put this here. Hold on one second, Facebook user. I got you. And I think I see your number, so I'm gonna call back in just 1 second. Morality isn't standard where there is no culture or code. People follow rules that directly benefit them until they need to make concessions for themselves. Fact. Well, that's fact in my opinion. So I'm gonna say in my opinion. I think this is you calling me. So I'm gonna call you back. And since we have the ability to do it this way, I'm gonna do it this way. So we're gonna think. I'm gonna do it this way.
Hello,
Hi, this is Patrice from live with JustPatriceBlowRadio.com. Did you call in?
Patrice.
Dana.
Yep, this is me.
Hey, how
How
you
come
doing,
it's
love?
not adding up? I'm here.
Okay, good. I'm not sure why it's not, but that's okay. I can call you back. And then
Okay.
Facebook caller, Facebook user, I'm gonna call you back too. Got you very much. So
Okay,
good.
sweetie.
So go ahead. You got comments?
Oh no, I was just calling to let you know if it worked or not.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So I see another number on here. I'm gonna go ahead and call that back. I'm
All
not
right,
sure who it is.
sweetie.
Okay, thanks, babe. All right. Bye bye. Oh, bet. So I'm gonna call out this way too. I love it. I love everything about this. Okay, other caller. Let's do it. Yeah, there it is. Let's see. Let's get it together, guys.
Hey.
Hi, this is Patrice from blowradio.com.
Hey, Trace, this is Kenza. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Queen. What's good, love?
Everything.
Okay now. So was this your comment? Unfortunately, it comes to his Facebook user. Would you like to elaborate a little bit?
Because, girl, like, I know I'm supposed to, like, register or something, but it'd be the little stuff that makes, I'd be like, technology now. So I just never did. So,
No worries.
Yeah, that's me.
No worries. Come on. What go let your voice be heard, man. You're welcome.
Okay, no, that's all I was basically saying is like, it's like rules are meant to be broken and laws are for the lawless. Some people like operate with an internal code, and it's best that those people gravitate towards each other, because people who need to be forced or coerced or like guilted into following rules are not lawful people. They're not naturally inclined to follow laws for whatever reason, whether it's environment, whether it's nurture, whatever it is, they're just not. And so it's like we keep making like different kinds of laws, but we all know that there's a law that says when you kill people, you go to jail if you get caught. When you steal stuff, you go to jail if you get caught. But people are still doing it,
Yeah.
And it's like, it don't matter how many laws you make. People who do not respect order don't respect order. It's not about making laws. It's not about increasing police. It's a personal problem, which becomes a family problem, which becomes a community problem, and everything trickles down. So it's like basically.
I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Like literally, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I do agree that the laws are for the lawless, and then people say that they want to do one thing. You get what I'm saying? It's another form of manipulation. You know what I mean? My whole thing with all of that is you stand in front of all of these people, and I'm speaking specifically on the area now. We're talking about. I'm just going to tap into this. How I feel about politics. Okay, real quick on that line. If you go through all these people, door to door constituents, and you get all your friends to say you're a good person, and they're gonna really look out for us, and you don't mean any of that. Like all you meant is that I'm gonna get into this office, and I'm gonna use this office to come up on my own self, and screw y'all. I'm gonna make as many deals on the inside as I can to benefit myself. I like that in that same breath, whatever. And then you have all these different people saying, "Oh, he a good person," or "She a good person," and my whole thought like, "Fam, no, they not. No, they not. No, they not." And it's like no matter what branch of politics you tap into, it's like they all think the same way. Like, is there anybody in that space who is not in that mind frame? Is where I'm stuck to wonder.
I think it's the nature of the beast. I don't believe there are. I believe that the ones who go in thinking they can have a sense of integrity are the ones who end up not doing very well in politics.
Okay.
Because as soon as you get in that door, you start to see what it really is. And either you play the game or get out.
That's so crazy.
It's a club.
Oh yeah.
And when you're in the club, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta scratch backs, and you gotta do deals. You gotta do deals under the table because you're trying to get ahead, and you gotta put in a weird rider that nobody sees for the next 5 years until you out of office and it becomes active, and it's just a bunch of stuff. It's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of the beast. And do I believe that politicians can do good? Sure. But I think we need to understand that there's a price for everything, because there's always a give and take. So when they're getting something from you, it requires something of them. And I think we're naive to believe that people are going in scot-free and upstanding and just without any kind of blood on their hands. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. And I know we love our people and we want to believe the best of them, and I believe we should believe the best of them. But that doesn't mean we have to just turn a blind eye to what's staring us in the face, because we've been playing this game for a long time and we're not getting anywhere.
That's the point. That's the point. And I guess with all of that being said, like I'm definitely in no way, shape, or form blind to the idea of politics. That's why I stay away from it. I like seriously
Yeah.
because of the manipulation that comes along with it. It's required. It's like, and be a good person.
Yeah.
Think about the people. Oh, be able to turn tricks, and then it's on the list, man. It's on the list.
Man.
You understand what I'm saying? And because
Yes,
of
ma'am.
these things, so I try to keep my distance. I mean, I understand what it is, but when you have to cross paths with these level moralities, the people who with these moralist people, and that's what I call them. You know what I'm saying? Because when you laying out the
Mm-hmm.
details of it or whatever, and it's like sink or swim, you can't go into a system expecting to change the concept of the mindset of the people, and you don't have the ability to how do you say turn coat for everybody,
Yeah.
because that's a big deal. Like you got to be willing to tell on everybody. Like your boy, the orange dude, right now is sitting on the
Man.
information that he's sitting on right now because he didn't already said, "Hey, yo, y'all can do that if y'all want to. I'm taking everybody down," and they
Everybody
scared.
goes with me.
Everybody goes through. They scared so hard trying to figure out who's willing to get on this chopping board, so we can
Yep.
who's willing. That's all this is. This whole political farce is so that they can decide. Excuse me. Who's willing to get on the chopping board because y'all know he about to take some folks down.
You know you're gonna take the most people down because that's what it is. You collect. It's blackmail. It's who's sneaky enough to make the most connections, to find out the most dirt on people and sit on it until it's your time.
Yep.
You know, and as much as we would like, and another thing I think is like, if we understood the nature of politics and we understood how to mobilize our candidates and that they actually just need our money to push them, like we need to endorse them with our funds to get them to do what we want them to do.
Yeah.
All that you should care and you should, no, money talks. So if we are not, you know, putting money behind our candidates and not just votes and not just legwork, but if we are not putting money behind them, then guess what? They're going to fall prey to who is.
I love to hear you say
They're
that.
going to fall prey to who is.
Come on, sis.
They're going to push
Call it what it is.
whoever it is.
Right now.
And I think we're not as transparent as we should be with each other, even in closed settings. Like, hey, you know what? I know y'all want me to do this, but this is what I actually can do within the parameters of what you want me to do. And in order for me to do this, I need this from you in return. Like if we could just talk to each other like adults instead of pretending like it's kumbaya time when we should all know that's not what it is, I think that would be beneficial. But at the same time, it's like a lot of us are not willing to admit that that politics really is politics.
Yeah.
Like we want to believe that there's this, you know, this golden light of goodness that no, it's like we got to learn how to support people to get what we want, like everybody else is. You know, so that's my thing about that. It's like if it's a game and you didn't create the game and you in the game, you should at least be playing it. And if you're gonna play, you need to know the rules.
Yeah.
And we just don't. We just be out here believing people.
Yeah, and you know that what I'm saying is, and I'm based on like, and I'm of course I can speak based on my personal experiences and the things that I've seen for over these last few years or whatever. And a lot of people think that because I'm quiet about it or I don't engage in the conversations to, you know, I'm not a brown noser. I'm not schmoozing with none of you mother. I'm just not doing it. You know what I'm saying? And if that means that I don't get whatever it is over there, fuck that. I don't need it. That's just how I move though. Everybody don't move like me. You get what I'm saying? And if more people understood that, listen, if you deplete, what is it? Decrease the demand for said whatever that is. You understand what I'm saying? Then there has to be a change, but that takes a collective movement to do it. And unfortunately, but unfortunately, we just so sad when it comes to that. You know, it takes a collective movement. You have to decrease the demand. You understand what I'm saying? To gain the power of, hey, look, we don't even want that. We don't even want that. But like all of us don't want of it. Some of them just, I think it's too many people just don't care. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I know what it feels like to not care because I spent a whole lot of years IDGAF. Paula who? Oh, no, fam. I'm good. I'm good. Yep. Who's on the docket? Let's see who's the less of the liars. Oh, this looks like you got a good plan. How much of that you think you're gonna get through? Who the people you're dealing with? Oh shit, they're not gonna let you do nothing. But I like you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. That's all. I don't know. And that's just politics. When we start talking to this, but that transitions for me into personal relationships and the way people handle each other personally and the way people have been handling each other on a professional level outside of politics. Just watching it, like people feel like once you attain a certain level of, I guess, professional, I don't know if you once you come out of being a quote unquote an employee and you become an office manager. Or you,
Wait a minute, you about to start. I feel it coming.
let alone become a corporate officer or a director. I'm just saying, family, listen. soon as it's you don't have to treat people like that. And say it's a whole process, but they do.
But it's like, when you're oppressed, you want to be the oppressed. Some people's greatest desire is to be the oppressed.
To be the oppressed. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Say it again. I want my turn. They put their foot on my head.
To make people feel like shit.
That's terrible.
Their biggest dream.
That's real.
And so that's how they live it out. They get power and they lose their mind because they're like, well, that's what they did to me. I'm gonna let them see it. Like,
that's what they did to me, so I'm gonna shit on everybody else. I'm gonna shit on other people because I guess okay, just shit on the people that did it to you. But you don't want to do it to them because you still have that unwritten fear of them. You know what I'm saying? That's the unspoken fear of those that did it to you. So you want to do it to other people. Again, associated. Now people ask me why I do this tie-in. I'm like, it's no different than the child molester who was child molested. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting back at the person that did it to them, you want to do it to everybody else. How are we making this make sense? Over and over and over again.
Pain don't make sense. Patrice, pain don't make sense. Trauma don't make sense. That's not where it's at. There's no understanding in the trauma. You got to get on the other side. And a lot of us are not willing to do what it takes to get on the other side. So we keep on doing everything out of pain. That is our motivation, is pain.
That's
crazy.
Like,
as long as we're doing things from that place, man, it's gonna be what it is.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. I think we know the answers. I think we know how to get things done, but I think we lack the wherewithal to actually get it done because it takes so much personal accountability and sacrifice. We can't demand that the government or other people do it. It takes us to get our own shit together. And that's the thing. Like when you got to look in your own house and your own life and start to make things better and start to balance things, that's where the effort comes. And nobody want to do that. They want to say the government should, the city should, the state should, the schools should. We got everything we need. Patrice, I know you know. You know we got it all, girl. We can go to people that we need, that we know for everything we need.
Do you hear me? You know, that's the part. That's so funny. Let me tell you, I'm be completely honest. I was just telling somebody this morning. I was like, what's so funny to me is that other people who don't know that I know better think that, you know what I'm saying? That when they're engaging me, that I'm like, I got everything I need. Do you understand? Like I have everything. I have everything I need. Like this extra. You know what I'm saying? It's nice, but I got everything I need. and if I needed that too, it would be mine. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
That like if I needed that too, it would be mine because the Most High that I serve said that's I got it all already. Everything I need, I have. Everything. And if I needed that part, it'd be mine because everything I need, I have. Do you feel me? Like that's just it. You know what I'm saying? I can make a phone call. You want me to you want to play the bully game? Oh, I mean, you want me to make some phone calls too? That's I'm not gonna play these games with you. I'm not joining the circus.
Move in that energy, and as much as you want to, when you engage in that energy, you become like them.
Say it again.
Everybody trying to be like them, man. Everybody trying to be like them.
I'm like, fam, nobody want to join the circus. I don't want to join this. They got some great popcorn. Let me grab me a couple of a couple of corn dogs, and I'm just gonna keep it moving. I'm straight on that. Like seriously. I'm just saying. I know what it is. Calling it what it is. Bobby Drake said, "You let them people storm your Capitol, put their feet on your desk, and yet you talking tough to me. I lost all my little respect. Come on, Jay-Z, listen. What you can't do, you let all of them people do the thing, and you want me to do what? Shut your face. Shut up. You're not talking to me. You let somebody else. You want to beat me up because somebody beat you up. How about you go beat their ass? How about you buck up and do the things you need to do and go beat the piece of people ass that was on you? How about that? It's just you need to beat somebody. You just want to beat somebody weaker than you.
That's the same thing with the gangs and all the rest of this stuff, girl.
No. It's terrible. And you know what I'm saying? I wanted to I brought that up, and people think that I mean it when I talk about politics. I mean it for every aspect of life. Social groups. You understand what I'm saying? Within your family. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't stop. It's like this. It's not just a political mentality. It's a person thing. It's personal. Just like kids are saying. It's the people. It's not the system. Keep blaming all the system instead of in the man. The man is you, G. The man is you. Stop it. Just stop it.
Yes, indeed.
Gotta have you on, sis. Gotta have you on. Gotta sit down and politic with you.
You know where to find me.
For sure.
Love you, Tree.
Love you too, baby.
All right. Have a wonderful day.
You too. All right.
Peace.
Yeah, peace. Do you hear what I'm saying? Andros, Bobby Drake has said earlier, just joining but hurt integrity in politics. And in order to have those two things in one politician, then they need people to understand that they don't have leverage unless the people are 100% out front for them. That's fact. It's job security. If they can't make a move on your behalf without losing the seat, then they have to turn tricks. Do you hear me? They have to. Everybody's theory of regard is not the same as yours because initially you have others that feel they are doing a great job. You get what I'm saying? Listen, feeling, I'm gonna tell you this, Andrew. My thought on that, like seriously, like some people think that they doing a good job. I think that, but I believe that some people believe they know that they shitty. This is not a good idea. Some people go to bed at night and be like, that was not, I sucked today. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I didn't do my best work today. And I think some people know that, but I mean, nobody wants to admit that to themselves. Nobody wants to bear it. So they're not admitting it out loud. You get what I'm saying? Humidity equals, explain that to me, Andron, but you're welcome to a call. Absolutely. Great afternoon. MBS is in the building. MBS. All right, let me know if you call and I missed the call. Baby, what are you doing? Okay, cut it out. Good job. All right, there you go. Good job. Thank you. Good boy. All right. We are in the middle of having a great conversation. Absolutely great. Okay. Absolutely great conversation. I'm excited to be here. I'm going to invite you to have the conversation with me live. Join the conversation, 414-885-4739. Feel free to call in. If you call or you're interested in calling, inbox me or text the number and I will call you because for whatever reason, it's not allowing me to receive calls on this end. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Good to see you join the conversation. 414-885-4739. You're welcome to call in. I invite you to join the conversation graciously. It's always good to have conversation, actually talk to somebody, share your voice. I want to hear y'all voices, have y'all call in and share your opinions. You're welcome to do so. If I can't answer, you can text me, inbox me, your phone number, and or text this number and I will call you. So I can get you into yeah, into the call. Um that is not the number there. Okay. So let's do that again. 414-885-4739. Only a little at a time. Uh okay. Um okay. So I just want to can't wait to hug you. I want to hug you too, Chris. Good boy. Good boy. Um I just want to take a quick moment and extend personal um heartfelt condolences to blowradio.com family, a friend of ours, like my brother. You get what I'm saying? I say like my brother because all my blowradio.com family is family. We brothers and sisters around these parts. Um, and I wanted to just take a quick moment and let him know that um, my prayers are with him. And I'd like to ask that if you are a praying person, you have a family that believes in prayer, ask that you take up some time today and just place him and his family before the Most High, or you know what I'm saying, and sending all your good vibes and positive energy to him. It's Eric Emilio Watts on Facebook. His 15-year-old daughter unfortunately succumbed to her battle with cancer, and just wanted to take the time to let him know that we love him, and during this time, as families should wrap their arms around beloved members of our family who are dealing and going through. We're here for you, E, and we love you. So if y'all could just show some love to E, that would be awesome. I greatly appreciate that. Here on the social media, if you know him personally, make sure y'all just this it's never easy losing a loved one. I can't imagine what it's like being a parent losing a child, knowing what it's like and the pain that we're dealing with, the loss of my nephew. And people lose people every day, but I understand that there's just something special when it comes to parents losing their children. So I just want to just send some love his way. If y'all don't mind, that would be awesome. Hey, Sharice, how you doing, baby girl? Glad to have you join the conversation. Again, yeah, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for that. I appreciate it. I'm sure he does as well. Um, so yeah, if you have the number, I want you to call in 414-885-4739. If you call and I can't answer, I can see that you called after the call has come through. I don't know how to get it to answer here. It's crazy. But nonetheless, I want to be able to get it so that I can get y'all in here. I want to hear your opinions on this. Closed mouths, you get what I'm saying? Closed mouths. Like how quiet are you willing to be? Like I'm I'm just over with not saying nothing because, or you know oh, excuse me, not putting myself in a position because, or I just feel like it's over for that. You know what I mean? We're talking about, and Drake said job security for these people, and we're just talking about politics. But that's in politics. But what about regular everyday people in their regular everyday relationships doing the same regular ass bum ass shit? Yeah, I did say that. I did say that. It's annoying and it's disheartening. And so I said it's so over for that. It just is. It's later Gators. Later Gators. I'm okay, Sharice. Thank you. Thank you. Later Gators. I know that the system, quote unquote, is The system will always be what the system is, and the system is what the people who facilitate the system is what they make it. And as long as good old Jim is in control with Jane them get a hold of, then good old Jim is gonna be able to convince Jane them to be able to be just like good old Jim. And when you've been doing something for so long, you start picking up these habits of behavioral habits of lackluster morality, habits of um, engaging based on the what's the what's it called, the back scratching. You do for me, I do for you. If when you get into the habit of that, sometimes it's just difficult to break away from. And we're not talking about just politics. I'm talking about people who have actual friendship and relationships like that. This is how they do business. You get what I'm saying? Instead of saying, what you need from me? How can I help you? You get what I'm saying? I was in where was I at? I went Sunday, I went to go grab something to eat and I saw somebody and they was like, hey, I saw that you were doing such and such, such and such. What you need? How can I help you? I was like, what? Don't play with me. He was like, have I not always? You have. What you need? And I was like, let me get back to you on that. You get what I'm saying? Hey, Beatrice, how you doing? How you doing? I'm so late. I will have to replay. Hey, baby. No, we good. We good. We good. Glad to have you join the conversation. Hey, girly. Hey, Kiva. How you doing? What's good? Indeed. Glad to have you join the conversation. You get what I'm saying? I think that's amazing. And it's not easy to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? To be in a position to be able to say, how can I help you? What you need? That's great. I don't know. I don't know how you can help me. But we'll figure out something. How about that? Again, call in 414-885-4739. I want to hear your voices. How about it? Sharice, I know you got a minute. Beatrice, call and say hi. And we'll talk a little bit more. I want to know what you feel about closed mouths. And how is it do you like am I expecting too much from this generation? Am I expecting too much for us to be able to say, you know what, it's time to be able to stand up and say some things and do some stuff? Because and I'm not saying that it's gotta be a revelation. I'm just saying that it's time, a revolution. And because of the revelation, come on. Like, really, you're just gonna just still being quiet. Just let somebody steal your lunch money. Mm-mm-mm. My friend, if you steal my lunch money, I'm saying something. Okay, if you step on my shoe, I'm gonna say something. That's just maybe, and that's just me. You know, everybody. Well, I just, I'm gonna just be quiet. Well, you go quietly into the night. You do that. And I'm tired of hearing that's just how it's done. It's how it's done. It's how you opted to do it. That's how you've opted to do it. It's not how I do it. Because the rules say that that's illegal. And everybody ain't for the rules. Everybody don't care about it, but some of us do. And some of us that care that things have a certain standard. You know what I'm saying? You can't be partially standardized. Well, I only got it means something if it's this. And kids said if it's not self-serving, then it's not serving no purpose. Well, you can serve these nuts. Sharice said, I appreciate the folks who tell me the real. Listen, just look, I would love it if I could, but I can't. I'm not gonna have enough support to get that done. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We know that 90% of the people did not pay attention in high school when they took government or civics class. Nobody paid attention to that. Nobody knows goddamn thing about how this governmental system works. Even though they taught you when your mind was fresh and able to handle it. So all the little details is there. You just blocked out what you didn't care about, which is most of it. And now as adults, you have to deal with it. You're forced to deal with this structure and this how this is happening. This is what's happening with this. And this needs to go here. And and the only way to get this done is to, and I'd be like, that don't even make no sense. No, it don't make any sense. However, you learned that it didn't make any sense in high school. A long time ago, Bobby Drake said, standards, principles, and values are big words for folks. It is. It is. serve these nuts. Listen, I'm just trying to explain. I know that's a mighty big what's the word I'm looking for? A mighty big order I'm asking folks to fill. It is. It's huge. Do what you say you're gonna do. Do what you know is right. Even in the middle of it, like people, it's always an excuse on why you can't. It's always the level of fear that rests in our hearts and our souls to do certain things and to keeps us from even doing the stuff that's the good stuff. Come in, please. It's crazy. Come on in, back. It's just bananas. It's absolutely crazy. I just don't understand it, and it just never goes away. It absolutely never goes away. Can you good? Can you move that out of there? They're not gonna see you. You can sit there. Okay, he's like, I don't care. Nobody gonna see you if you don't want to be seen. My fam out here in the gang member. You knucking if you bucking. I know, right? Tell her, Chase. Won't do that. Yeah, absolutely. No. She just came here knucking if she bucking, and Chase was like, "We not having it. We will not have it." He will. He's excited. Yeah, I smell it. You smell amazing. She smell amazing. She came here smelling like candy, just like candy. I can feel it when you walk. He like, who is that? Do I even know her? I don't care. Licky, licky, licky.
That's what all the boys do.
Is that what they do? Is that what they do? She came in here with the mess. Look at her. I'm just saying. It's a big order I'm asking. Hmm? Yes. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's like, give it to me. He's gonna come over here, G. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's gonna come over here. I'm just saying. I do what you say you're gonna do. And do what you know is right. Now that is just asking too much. Now people, okay, I'm not. People always saying, "Oh, you can Christian this and Christian that." Look, I'm not blaming your Christianity on expectations of a higher moral standard. But what I'm saying is, don't come into my face talking about what's good and what's not, and what you should be and what you should not be doing if you can't. You know what I'm saying? People make mistakes. Duh. Cause they're people. Duh. However, at least try to do better. I'm sick of this. I'm just sick of this. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of people. I really am. Like, I'm to the point where I'm like, come on, man. I know, but you can't expect everybody to think like you. I don't want you to think like me. I just want you to think by what's right. You don't gotta think like I think. You don't gotta cross no T's and dot no I's the way that I do. Your cursive don't gotta look as curly and frilly and sloppy as mine. Just do what you know is right. That's not hard. What? Is he loving on you? Do you love him? Isn't he adorable? Isn't he? Is he out here giving you your life right now? Cause yeah. Mm-hmm. Cause yeah, my dog's a charmer. He's out here living la vida loca in the laps of these ladies. Huh? Uh-huh. He was trying to get some love. That's all. That's all. Mm-hmm. I just, I don't know. I think that in the year 2022 of our Lord, I think that people are lazy when it comes to ethics. Not work ethic, but just generally ethics. I don't got to. They didn't do it, so I don't have to. Everybody want to be. You want the easy way out for everything. I'm gonna tell you, I don't mind this walk. It's gonna be what it is. He running that way? Yeah, he do. He gotta go to the bathroom. Open the door and he gonna run in the kitchen. Yeah. Walk him out of there. Buddy, can you walk him to the bathroom? Yeah. Thank y'all. There's a simple line here that's easily followed. Easily followed. if you stand on time. But nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that because that's the part that requires you to stand up. That's the part that requires you to stand out. You know what I'm saying? That's the part where they say you what the guy say? Come out from among them. You may be cast out because everybody else is doing it one way and you are opting to do it another. What way though? What way? Everybody else is being snakes. And so because you're not, then you're gonna look like the weirdo. Everybody else is being trifling and manipulative. And because you're not, you're gonna look like the weirdo. Did he go? Huh? Did he go? Oh, he gotta go. He don't want to. He not going. He gotta go though.
He went over there and was like,
Oh yeah, he gotta go. He playing. He just wanted to get back in here. He faking y'all right now. Wouldn't right now is where he faking. Cause he gotta go.
he wouldn't do him bloody, and he wouldn't do
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you right now. He faking. People don't want to be alone, so they follow the masses. I understand that people don't want to be alone. People don't want to. People want to be liked. People want to be loved because it's just a natural thing. I understand that. I get it. People want to be not the outcast because it ain't no fun there. But the truth of the matter is, you are less alone on this side of the table. It's more people who want to just do what's right. It's more people who want to not run around with these burdens of manipulative duty. It's more people who don't want to. It's just like there are more people who don't run the freaking red lights. Everybody don't want to not say nothing to little JJ. Somebody go snatch him up. But won't nobody tell little JJ because nobody has to deal with JJ mama. You understand what I'm saying? Even though JJ mama know JJ is out here running the red lights. Somebody go get her. JJ mama know that JJ is running the red lights and her son Kiwan, whoever that is still in Kia's. Did he go that time?
just about.
Mm-hmm. He's sucking her. He's suckering y'all. Watch this. Get it in here.
I was like,
Get
"Did
in
you
there.
do it already?"
Get in there. Good boy. This kid, they know Kiwan is still in the Kias. She know it. She know it because she wasn't able to go to work to do such and such whatever. And he wanted to be able to, and she said no. Then she came home and there was a kid in the driveway. You understand what I'm saying? So she know that it was him. She just also knew. I just don't want. I'm just doing the best that I could. It's me and my son. He all I got. His daddy didn't. Da, 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 da. But if he was a stellar A student, doing all the cross T's and dot I's, that all the things that stellar young men would be doing, you know, not running around here, spreading venereal diseases, not having extra babies. You know what I'm saying? He was cleaning the house like she asked him to. He was learning to make dinner and preparing for college and trying to get a job because, Kiwan just really wants to just help around the house. Like, I have an amazing son. She wouldn't give two shits about what his dad was doing. She wouldn't care. He just know that he wasn't there all this other time. Only when it's all bad is she worrying about his dad not here to help. Only when things ain't smooth. You understand what I'm saying? Only if it ain't smooth. Soon as it's smooth, though. Oh, we could. Oh. How about Kiwani's little ass into the under the bus regardless? You understand what I'm saying? Whether things are smooth or not, if Kiwan is still in the Kias, then Kiwan needs to be held accountable for said Kia. Because somebody else is he has intruded upon someone else's livelihood. You understand what I'm saying? He has broken someone else's comfortability in their lives. He has caused her harm and or danger in someone else's life. You know what I'm saying? So Kiwan needs his little ass down somewhere. Now these are fake names. If your son name is Kiwani, he belongs to the crew that's still in the car. I'm not responsible for that. I'm just using examples. I'm just saying. You understand what I'm saying? But we're not doing that because where's the fear of offering consequence? Who embedded the fear of offering consequences to these children. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, don't whoop them. Okay, they can't get their asses whooped no more. Okay. Because somebody was losing their minds and beating the whole helly shit out of their kids, as opposed to, different. I spare the rod, spoil the child. You understand what I'm saying? Because and the rod does not necessarily mean a physical beating. I don't know why people didn't understand that. Spare the rod and spoil the child. Back in the day, they rodded because they used the physical thing. But rod discipline, it was an example for discipline. You understand what I'm saying? Offer losing no consequence for behavior outside. There was no consequence, never. Now they know how now they don't fear any consequences because they think there's gonna never be any. And the truth of the matter is, somebody should just be punching the shit out of them in their bellies all the time. Okay, maybe not all the time, but y'all know what I mean. Just hit him in the stomach 2 times, real quick. You know what I'm saying? Not physically, but you know what I mean. I don't mean physically punching them in their belly, like Bernie Mac said, in a throat. Not really, but just figuratively. You understand what I'm saying? Do the things that will cause them to endure. You know what I'm saying? To feel that there was a consequence for the behavior. You know what I'm saying? It could be the removal of an activity. It could be a change in schedule. It could be, you know what I'm saying? And this is not something that you start when they 15. My nigga. This starts very young. Very, very young. Structure. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of just letting your toddler do whatever the hell they want to, and then they think that you tripping by the time that they adolescent. You understand what I'm saying? And then when they become teenagers, they really feel like you done lost your mind because you had let them do all the things before. Catch it early. You get what I'm saying? Catch it early. TRS said that's why they end up becoming adults that lack accountability. Accountability. There's the A word again. I didn't use that so much in this last 6 months. It's crazy. Accountability. Let me here. Because right now, this is what I feel. This is how I'm feeling in the spirit right now. Let me help you out with that. Watch this. Because somebody somewhere don't even y'all here done made up your own word, own definition for the word. That's what y'all did. Somebody done made up the word accountability. Accountability. Okay. The fact or condition of being accountable. Oh, responsibility. Let's look up the word responsibility. A thing that one is required to do as part of a job, role, or legal obligation. Full definition, you say. For responsibility, the state or fact of being accountable or to blame for something. Oh, don't nobody want to take the blame for a damn thing but being attractive. You know what I'm saying? That's all. The opportunity or ability to act independently and make decisions without authorization. Look at that. Do you hear this? Oh my gosh. It's somewhere along the somebody said adult? I don't know. Adult. I don't know. Responsibility comes, you know what I'm saying? With it's just you should get it. But you don't. You don't. And people will ask me all the time, I'm gonna stop. All male species are not men. Adults, I'm gonna just start calling people by what the hell they are. And we're gonna use the same. Since we all use the same definition, except for the ones that y'all just made up extra words and tossed in and try to create your own functional language. That's fine. Until it's adapted. Adapted. I did use the right word. Until it's adapted. Well, then these are the words that we're using over here. Okay. Octagon. 8-sided sign, red middle, white lines around it. It's a stop sign, damn it. And it means no movement. All right. It's not going to change. It's not a yield sign. Yield signs are triangles, 3 sides, red still, white line. It means to pause, proceed with caution. You understand what I'm saying? It don't mean stop. It's not the same thing. If there were yield signs everywhere, there's a stop sign, a traffic light, excuse me, that usually is above areas that people can see when you're driving, so you can see them coming from a distance. You feel what I'm saying? So you have time, reaction time. They're up higher to increase reaction time. I know y'all don't know this because nobody read the damn driver's manual. Except me. That's why they're up there. You know what I'm saying? To increase reaction time so you can notice what the signs you can see when things are changing. Once you notice that, I don't know, this is 3 colors. There's a green one, a yellow one, and a red one. Y'all follow me? A green one, a yellow one, and a red one. The green one means you can proceed. Okay? Just go, fam. Just go. Just go on where you're going. Roll on through. Just, you know what I'm saying? Progress. Just go on through. Okay? The yellow one means, you might want to get ready to make a stop. There's cautionary measures need to be happening. Look about yourself. Look about yourself. To the left, to the right, to the front, to the back. You understand? And then there's this damn red one. Okay? Sound like the little octagons is red. It means no. Don't go. A big old X. You know what I'm saying? Not allowed. You know what I'm saying? Unwelcome. Stop. Negate progression. This is what it means. Okay? It's simple. It's simple. We don't get to change that. It don't mean go if ain't nobody around, yo. It don't say that. It don't say go if no one is around. It says stop here on red. Please read the signs. And then when you talk to the people and you ask them about that, I'm not stupid. I cannot tell. I cannot tell. Please offer clarity on your statement. I believe that if we've offered you an opportunity to stop at the light and you kept proceeding, and the sign says, do not proceed, and you did so, I believe that questions your ability to comprehend and read. So that would mean that I'm not wrong, right? Yo, don't do it, fam. Don't do it. Dana Page says, I tell my daughter this all the time. I have a grandson, 12. He's becoming off the chain, and I don't care. Her lifestyle is the cause. I'm so pissed. Listen, he was off the chain 2 years ago. I want you to know that if he's 12, his morality locked in between the ages of 10 and 12. He started making his own decisions. I just want y'all to know that. We start thinking about developmental stages. 10 years of growth is a long time. Okay. At age 10, he started doing it on his own. And now he testing all this is the trial and error stage, fam. He already put him into place. The trial and error. Now he's determining this is not a good idea. This is a good idea. This is a great idea. This is masterful. You understand what I'm saying? I can get away with this. I can't get away with that. I'm pushing all the buttons. Kind of like some people in the stores. You touch everything. All of the stuffs. I do that. Talking about me. I'm some people straight up. You touching all the stuff now, and unless there is consequence, and I do mean dramatic consequences. See what I'm saying? Have one. They're both pretty there. Take this one, the nice little blue robe. It's a nice to you to have that. Have this one right there, and then you can touch this button here. Touch that one there. Turn it on. Or what? How's that feel for you? Is that good? Did you enjoy it? That one too. Touch the little vacuum over there too. Yep. Don't get your fingers in there because it's a little dusty. Might not be good on your hands. Yes. You understand? He's touching all the things, trying all the stuff because that's what preteens and teenagers do. You understand what I'm saying? And then once they become college students, you understand what I'm saying? Then they test it without your guidance. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they do because they do it and they do it under parameters when waiting for someone to be there to catch them and to push them in the directions that they can. Oh, this is good. This is far. Oh, if I go too far here, somebody's going to be there to catch me. And then when they do the preteens and the 20s, you live in la vida. The teenagers, post-college, pre-college, college years. We trying it all on our own. I'm testing out it out. Am I doing this right? It doesn't matter if I just want to make a whole bunch of mistakes right now because I can. because I can. And then by 30, they think that they got it, and then they learn a couple new lessons along the way. Like I'm 30. and you can't tell me nothing. Oh, I'm 30 now. I done lived the whole life. And then you become 40 and you be like, bitch, this is it. This is it. And then you be like, and then someone is sitting smoothly under 50 with her cigar and her cigarette, and she says, oh, so you thought. Oh, so you thought. Not a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? And then there's someone in 60 that's looking like, y'all really messing all of this up. I tried to give you all the information I could up at this point because I can't go backwards. I tried to give you all the info that you needed to get to this point, and you just running around here like damn chickens with your hair cut off. I don't know what that's going on. I'm just gonna live for me. I'm just gonna live for me. You know what I'm saying? And then by the time they turn 70, they be like, I don't have time for this. You or none of this. Goodbye. I don't got time for none of this. It's a process. And how do you know all these? Because I've been in youth development since I was 17. I didn't just make this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it in a funny way, but all I'm doing is quoting statistics, proven fact. This is the developmental stage and how we grow. This is it. You understand what I'm saying? And if you don't before they turn 10, have incorporated the concept of consequence of discipline, you're going to have your hands full. Period. And then you have to find all type of counselors, youth development coordinators, all type of people to tap in. Can you help me? Can you help me? Give me. I don't know. They're just they're not out of control. They didn't have no structure. You didn't give them that. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong. Some people got the best structure that you had to offer. I understand. You've done your best. But when we think about that and we're thinking about raising children, raising people to be active, that they're going to eventually think like when they're the babies. Oh, you're cool the babies. I'm having my baby, love my baby so much. That child that you were just loving him so much, you are responsible. You are responsible for preparing them to be active, productive citizens of the current society that multiple people exist in. And some of us just do a terrible job in doing that. Like you making them live in your house with the rules that you got in your crib and think that this is it. This is it. Only the rules in here just matter. Only thing in my house. This is how we do it in my house. And then they get outside and be all messed up. And when I say all messed up, I mean having difficulty adapting to other engagements, other structures. You know what I'm saying? Other systems. Because the only system you exposed them to was this is my house and this is my rules. And now they can't function. They can't grow and they can't become productive attributes to the society that we engage in. That's all we want. That's all any of us want. I don't know a seed that say, hey, yo, God, yo, listen, I'm ready. And I remembered that they said, oh, yo, God, listen, I'm ready. Put me in her womb and give me, not him. Let him be my daddy. And then I'm out here. I'm gonna do all this stuff. I'm ready. You know, it don't happen like that. It's not how it came. It's not how it happens. You know what I'm saying? They come in here and they are sponges off jump. When we talking about sponge at the developmental stage of on the inside, because everything you eat, everything you consume, all of your emotions, every chemical experience you have, they have it. Like you from jump. And we're not talking about the ability to cancel we're not talking about abortions and things like that. We are talking about child growing inside. Everything that you consume, they consume your emotions, physically, mentally, everything. You understand what I'm saying? They having it too. And then when they come out, everything that you experience, they experiencing it too. And if you think that I'm joking, if you have a dog, for any of you guys that have pets, cry in front of your pet. Every mood that you have, your pet is on deck. And how you gonna tell me a animal, a dog, can pick up on your instincts, and a child with quote unquote higher learning abilities, you know what I'm saying, higher engagement psychologically, don't have the ability to engage that? How? We discredit these children's ability to learn, to adapt, to know. Children are resilient as shit. Imagine it. Imagine it. That was your moment of silence to go and imagine it. Let me give you another one. Go ahead. Resilient. Imagine doing something for 10 years. Folks want awards for being at a job for 10 years. We whole adults. I've been on the job for 10 years. Oh, so what, fam? That's nice. Been doing the same job for 10 years. That's so good for you. With the same company for 10 years. Imagine starting from lacking in a mature intelligence and gaining intellect, learning a language, learning taste ability, function ability, hot, cold, with all your senses, learning all 10 years of learning all that. Off jump. Before you tap into this is right, this is wrong. And you're supposed to have taught them that from little. Dogs go into training weeks into birth. Potty training this. Come here for that. Sit. So what do you think you're teaching your child? These are the foods that you eat, fam. They say right here. We don't eat none of that. You don't make none of the foods that you don't eat for your child. You don't make none of them. And you only teaching your children this is what we eat. You don't make nothing that you don't eat for your child. Nothing. And the child never even got the experience. You could like, you ever had some? I'm not eating that. Because why? Because your mama didn't eat it. Because your dad didn't eat it. Whoever raised you didn't eat it. So you got this little funny ass face that you make, and then other people looking at you like, why are you making that face? Have you even had it? No. You got an attitude about it too. If you ask me straight up, Patrice, you ever had it? If I tell you no, it's because I've tasted it, and I'm like, I'm not eating that. I'm not eating it. I've tasted it. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. I've tried a variety of foods, unless I'm allergic to it. And how did I find that I was allergic to? Because I ate it. Son of a bitches. I tried it and it didn't go well. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know. What you got to think? I'm 48. I tried some stuff. I don't like it. Now, some things that I've not tried yet that I'm interested in trying, and stuff that I won't eat just because I don't want to eat an animal. You know what I'm saying? But I've eaten rabbit. Oh, geez, I'm so sorry. You know what I'm saying? I've eaten deer. I got tricked into eating it. And it wasn't that it was nasty. I just didn't. I'm like, no, I don't want to eat a deer. I don't want to eat a lamb. I don't want to eat a goat. I've had it. I don't want it. The goose, moose, whatever it is. I don't want it. Duck. Oh, why are you doing that? There's some animals you just don't leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? You're doing too much. I'm not eating no goddamn monkey brains. Okay? It's just, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. This for me, there's just certain bites. I'm just not going to. But for the majority of things, I don't eat certain fish because the way that it cooks, the texture of it is wrong. And it for me. And I don't want to eat fish that's slimy and wet like that. I don't like that. I only started eating salmon because I tried salmon several times. I'm not gonna say how many because it was a lot. And every time I ate it, I was like, I don't eat this shit. It's nasty. But then I found somebody that I noticed that everybody was cooking it the ways that I didn't like it. I'm gonna say the ways that I didn't like it. I'm not gonna say wrong because other people was eating it. I just wasn't me. Then I found somebody that made it so delicious. I wanted it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is amazing. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll try it as long as I'm not allergic to it. If I hadn't had it, I said I'm allergic to it. I'm not eating that shit. I even tried quinoa. You know what I'm saying? And the little grains or whatever. And I'm like, this texture is whack. And then I was like, it don't taste in my mouth, is it? Oh hell no, this too grainy. Goodbye. Goodbye. Be none of this. I even ate that nasty ass hummus that I wanted to be hummus. That I wanted to be so angry with all of y'all for eating it. I'm like, this is hummus. It's a chickpea, ground chickpeas. Y'all wrong. It's nasty, and I was angry. She said, and I agree. And I've been told this several times. Patrice, that you didn't have a good one. I said I went to Casablanca and I ordered theirs, and apparently I shouldn't have. And then they was like, "Well, you gonna try the other one?" I was like, "Y'all try to make me eat beans again, even though I don't like the texture of bean. I'll try it." I ate a bean pie. Exactly. I'm like, I didn't like it, but I've tried it. See, see, see what I mean? See? No, but no. I not even that. I love fresh pasta, but Italian is like one of my favorite foods, and I love actually putting tomatoes in the oven and roasting them to make my own tomato sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Italian is overcooked
Yeah,
here.
way,
Yeah.
way overcooked. They be like, "What is that? What is this exactly?" And I'm like, "No, but a good Italian, what's it called? A marsala sauce." Stop the games. Like a lot of people think, not think, it's facts. I like my chicken breast. I like my chicken breast overcooked because it takes the extra moisture out of the chicken breast. I don't like the wetness in my mouth. That's just me.
I don't like wetness in my
Yes, you do, liar.
No, no,
Yes,
yes,
you do.
It's better to receive than give.
She said it's better to get received than give. She said, "No, I don't." So with that case, that being the case, yes. Well, she said, "Let's go." I ain't, nope. She be like this. No, no. That I'm so sad that y'all can't see what I see right now. That's not the ear, not the ear, not the ear. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We'll talk about that off here. But facts, you're saying, but it's just different things. All I'm saying is that, so when we're teaching our children who grow up to be adults, we have to do a better job at remembering that we are preparing them not to live just in our house, but to live. You understand what I'm saying? To live. And we have to teach them not to adapt our fears. We have to teach them to think outside of just what we know. You get what I'm saying? Now, mind you, you teach them things that you know that'll keep them safe. You know what I'm saying? You keep thinking things that know. There's a difference between safe and afraid, yo. There's a difference. The line might be fine, but it's still a difference. Let's not do that. You get what I'm saying? Let's not teach our children that you can do whatever you want to do and there'll never be no consequences, because that's a whole lie. Death is a consequence, yo. Death is a consequence. Teach them that they have responsibilities, that they are required to do certain things to survive, to live successfully. Teach them that. Teach them that. And when you have grandchildren coming into this life and you know that you didn't teach your child that, baby, I'm gonna tell you right now, just be a babysitter. and go teach them, because the parent not gonna say nothing. The parent not gonna teach you, and it's your fault. Now, mind you, try to be responsible enough to have a conversation with the parent and be like, "Hey, yo, look, I messed up. There's some things I should have taught you that I did not. There were some things that I felt like we could have done better. You know what I'm saying? And please allow me to impart those things, or let's impart them together. You know what I'm saying, into your children, so that they don't walk the same as you over there getting down. Is that what you're doing?
I'm over here backspacing because you said the exact same thing that was on my mind. And I was like,
You-
that's why we apologize to our kids later.
Yeah.
Because we don't always have it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not. And I absolutely apologize to him. Hey, look, I didn't do such a great job, but I did the best I knew at that time. You know what I'm saying? I've learned some things over the years. Let me share with you what that is. You know what I'm saying? But that's a conversation, not an assumption. Your child don't know that you learned something over the years. They think that you still the same parent that you was that they grew up on, because kids don't never give parents people credits. Parents need people credits, yo. If you're a child, of course, of someone, of course, that is still existing, give them people credits. What's a people credit, Treese? They're human. At some point in time, they've made mistakes and they had to grow up and learn, and life lessons have come along the same way that you are experiencing at this time. Oh, I think that's you. Is that you calling back, Dana? I'm gonna hang up, Dana. I'm gonna call you. All right. You know what I'm saying? The same way that you, huh?
That's our fault too if they don't give us people credits.
You
Sometimes we try to be on the
come on
and
now.
we don't show our flaws. We don't
Exactly.
apologize.
We don't do anything. We don't show the vulnerabilities. I'm sure. See me. Look, I tell you, I'm here. Here I am.
Because Mari be like, this 2022 mom is totally different. Bring back my 90s mom.
You be like, listen, I am vulnerable. I make mistakes. You get what I'm saying? See me transparently. You get what I'm saying? Give me space to apologize. I tell this to my friends. I tell this to shit, me and my mom. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I've hurt you, if I've offended you, if I've done something to you, give me an opportunity, please, because I love you. To at least let me defend myself, and or give me room to apologize. Let me make it right. I'm telling you, I love you. And I'm gonna want to make it right, because I don't want things to be bad ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm the person that I don't want to leave this life, and I don't want you to leave this life with that type of discord between us. I don't want that for either one of us. Because should I leave and we've lost in some discord and you have some unresolved feelings to me, that's gonna hurt you even deeper. I don't want that for you. You know what I'm saying? I love you. Like, I genuinely, that's what love looks like for me. When I say I love you, I'm learning to say that's what love looks like for me, because I love you to many people don't sound the same. It looks differently too, but this is what love looks like for me. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be able to show you, because I want to be able to make amends. I want to be able to make it right. I want to be able to offer comfort. You know what I'm saying? And repair. Now I don't want you to manipulate and take advantage of me in that vulnerability. You know what I mean? But I would love the opportunity. How can I make amend? I love you. And this is what love looks like for me. Let me call you real quick, Dana. I see you here. I appreciate you calling in and whatever inspired you to be able to share, to want to share. I'm calling you now.
Hello?
Hey, love. I'm glad you turned that down. I peeped that. Thank you very much. How you doing?
I had to turn it off. I'm doing good. And I was listening to what you were saying and whoever was speaking in the background. And I was listening, and I know, like, and I found that to be true because my mother, we actually didn't develop a communication, an open relationship where there was respect on both ends and trust that we could communicate love until 6 months before she passed. And she passed in January this year, right? So I understand that, the lack of communication or not being able to communicate to understand, right? But because I came from a ward of a state, because I didn't have a relationship with my mother, there are some things that no, I most definitely wasn't a perfect mom. But communication was one of the things that I made sure, that we do good, bad, ugly, all of it, right? Even talking through the emotion part, right? Because I didn't communicate when I was a kid. I didn't know how to express my emotions. And even if I did to a degree, I didn't have anyone I felt as though I could express them to, right? So I'm, there are some out of 6 kids and 13 grandchildren, right? And I understand being a parent of kids, and you got different personalities, and they're going to take on different things. Like you said, everybody could be raised in the same household, but each child is going to, they get a certain age where they have choice, and they have their choices, and they begin to make decisions, right? But what's affected and what bothers my spirit, that's really messes me up is when, and maybe because it's personal. Well, it is personal. Ain't no maybe. It's personal because it's my grandson, right?
Right.
And this is the very same grandson that's been going through hell since he was 4. This is the one that's been in my household, but it's the back and forth. It's the back and forth. Okay, I want my child, and you get him. But just recently, what we suffer, and I don't even want to use that for an excuse because I went through hell as a child, right? And so people say, well, I went through it, so, my kids went through it. No, that's not necessarily true. It doesn't have to be true. And something triggers on the inside is like, I don't want it to be like I experienced it, right? And so I don't know, my daughter, with my grandson, like I said, he's becoming off the chain. I understand the stages of, I have a 70-year-old granddaughter. I understand some of the shit that she's going through is like, hell, some of that stuff is, yeah, that's her age. Yeah, that's female. Yep, she's getting to that point. But when you're talking about a child that's being, he's just going through, when all of his surroundings and stuff, and nobody can help him, reach out. When my daughter is stopping. So he has 2 grandmothers. His father died when he was like 4 years ago. So he has me and his father grandmother, and we're constantly, talking to my daughter. Okay, bring him over here, send him over here. But she lives a private life, or she doesn't want, to be involved. So you look at those children, where do those children end up? Where I keep praying, and I'm hoping, but then she called me the other day. I can't do nothing with him. He got suspended from school, or they eat him up, mailing me at school. And, and I try not to, no, I don't try. I in my communication to her, it's not, well, because of what you're doing and this, that, and other, I don't start off that way, right? After months, it's the same thing, and you bring me the same problem, then I will say, I'm going to tell you what other people won't tell you, because I'm your mama and I'm supposed to. Sometimes it comes to that hardcore, tough love where you just got to say what the hell it is. Yeah, so parenting is difficult. These kids are difficult. Some things they go through are average, and yeah, they make choices, and some shit is actually forced upon, because they don't know. Some kids are innocent, I think. Not, I won't say innocent, but yeah, they have an innocency to get to a certain degree, but some of the choices, it's almost like they're forced into their behavior being toxic.
So let me ask you this, Dana.
Mm-hmm.
Um, have you and your daughter had a conversation about
Yeah,
your relationship? Because it's a reason
yeah.
she's not taking your advice.
No, yeah, because yes, we've had a conversation. Here's the thing. This is not the first domestic violence relationship she's been in. It's been 3 of them. But while she's in that relationship, yeah. But yes, we've talked about our relationship. Yes, we've talked about it through and even over and during. We've talked about that. Even to the some, we have talked about her growing up, me growing up, being young, having kids, and we've talked about motherhood, even to the point where she'll call me and ask me, "How did you do this?" Or "What about this time?" There's open communication, you know. So there's no big thing where there's a big elephant in the room that's not being discussed between me and her.
Okay. I just the same way, the reason I'm asking that is the same way that her son is reluctant to follow direction. You get what I'm saying? Despite her saying you guys have these open communication doors now, whatever. It sounds like, just based on, what I'm saying, direction, whatever the case may be, that there's still a space that is untouched in your your healing in your mother-daughter relationship, because when you trust somebody and you honor their advice, then you know what I'm saying, it's not a back and forth with it, whatever the case may be. You move differently when they speak to you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
When
talking
there's a
about the way
domestic
you
violence
and her are
situation,
communicating in relationship to the choices that she's making in regards to her son, with her saying I can't do nothing with him, and waiting until, you know what I'm saying, she at her ropes end with him. Why not come sooner? You know what I'm saying? What is it about the situation? She like, instead of her feeling like, well, I'm gonna go because you my last resort, or I want to come to you to help me, you know what I'm saying, in advance before the situation gets too far out of hand. That the reason I'm saying that is, just as from youth development, I know that, even if a child tells you, hey mom, we good or whatever, sometimes it's some things that was not spoken, and those things have influence on the way that they engage you afterwards, you know what I'm saying, and how they honor you and respect the advice or direction that you give them.
I understand that, and I understand exactly what you're saying, and I'm trying to communicate it to you the best way I can. You say that here's the thing, when domestic violence is involved, it switches, it changes. The normal part, I won't say normal, but sometimes the natural flow or the natural conflict takes a back seat. We don't have a conflict, but I'm talking about if you, and even with my grandson, he can talk to me, he talks to his other grandmother, but his mother pulls him back. The reason that comes about because why? Him and his sister is witnessing her, get abused in front of them. I'm talking about from you going from one place to another place to another place, and taking them in different environments, and them seeing you getting physically abused. There's a difference. Of course, there's some stuff there. When she calls and shares, yes, when she's, I'm done, I'm stepping out, I'm done with this relationship, this, that, and other. But the cause and effect that the kids have already experienced, and then you go back. Anytime a child thinks that you're choosing your mate or someone outside in front of them, then that's a whole different ball field. And when I say she come to me she's like, yeah, because there's a pause in there. There's a pause in our communication gap because of the domestic violence, because of the secret she wants to keep between me and her siblings away from us. So that's the pause. Yeah, that's the pause, because how can I don't want to share that part with you, or we can see it when we see her. So that's the pause in the communication, is because I have a secret I don't want you to know, that I'm over here and not returning, but as soon as I'm done, he didn't get this, I'm not going back and I'm through, and then maybe 4 days later, we don't hear from her no more. And then it's like maybe 3 days later, the Marius keep on getting in trouble in school, and he keeps doing this and that, the other. And it's like, okay, trying not to stop the communication, leaving the communication open, because in domestic violence, it's frustrating for everybody. And you can't help but to get angry at both, both. You for returning and him for doing it, but you don't want to cut off no communication because that person still needs you, and my daughter still needs me. So that's when I say, when there's a pause in the communication, it's because I have a secret. I'm living this life, and I don't want to share this part with you.
So I just real quick, someone else wanted to add some comment to the conversation, if you don't mind, Dave. We all talking, and so we
Right.
just gonna share a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, because maybe somebody got some experience and help for me. That's why I'm putting it out there.
For sure, for sure.
And I appreciate this. I appreciate you sharing your story too, because that's not an easy thing to do. It's like it's a certain amount. I'll just go back a moment. I am a survivor of rape, and I'm also a survivor of domestic violence. It was
Right.
easier for me to talk about the rape than it was to admit that I was a survivor of domestic violence. And it was only for a short while, but it was hard to talk about because I felt like that had more to do with me And what I accepted, as with the rape,
Mhm.
everybody could understand that I didn't deserve that, right? I didn't choose
Right.
that. But with DV or domestic violence, I was judging myself for allowing it to happen. And although I could go back and think of that young woman back then that I was, and it was so many things that I didn't have or I didn't learn how to do, I didn't know how love was supposed to look, and that type of thing that kind of led me to go in that
Mhm.
direction. But also, I felt an accountability because this is the person I chose. When I chose him, he wasn't beating me. He was charming. They usually are. They make you feel like you're the most loved in the world in the beginning, and then things change. I also, while you were talking, I thought about something that my daughter said to me a while ago because, like you, I didn't have good communication with my mom. I still don't today. And I wanted to raise her like, we're gonna overshare. We're gonna say everything. I'm gonna not necessarily the cool mom because I'm gonna still be mom, but
Mhm.
also I don't want any subject to be off topic. And my daughter said to me, she used to had a little lying phase in during high school, late high school. And I was like, you don't have to lie to me because I'm cool. We talk about everything. I couldn't even talk about half the stuff that I talked about with you than I did my mother. And my daughter
Yeah.
said something so profound. She said, yeah, I know you're there for me. I know you love me. I know we talk about different things, but you're still my mom. And it was still a certain amount of shame when she did something wrong that she knew that she was taught to do. And it was also a certain amount of judgment that she felt that I would give her. And I realized that my parenting had to change to me kind of telling her what to do instead of
Right.
having those conversations proactively. Like, if you ever in this situation, because it did happen to me, I know it happens to a lot of women. I had to
Mhm.
start talking to her like as a woman, letting her
Mhm.
know that I understand it could be things that I may not have shown her, that I may have forgotten to talk about, like Treese was talking
Mhm.
about earlier, because you don't think about DV when you think about
Right.
raising your baby. Um, and talking to her really in a sense of you can come to me, you can come to me early, or even if she doesn't, and I suspect it, kind of figuring out a way to talk about it. Like, what would you do in this situation? Or I have a friend going through this. What should she do? Like, you really value also your child's opinion, but really you trying to see where their head is and whether
Right.
they know the right thing to do.
Mhm.
So I would, because it's already shame and judgment that's felt in those situations, I would be real careful. And I know you said at first you lead this way, and then it's like later, sometimes I have to say this, and I get the frustration because you're like, I'm here
Mhm.
for you. I'm talking. We have a different situation. You could come to me. We could work out something. We could do a safety plan. I hear you as a mom saying that. But also, we don't always know what our kids have done through and some of the going through and some of the things that
Right.
they haven't told us that could have led to
Right.
those decisions too.
Exactly.
So
Because
I
she talks to her sister too, so you're right. Some things she tell her sister she don't share with me. You
right.
Right.
know.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's not
So
because you
yeah.
don't create an open
Mhm.
environment to do so. It's
Yeah.
sometimes just because your mama,
Yes.
Facts.
you know.
Facts.
And
Mhm.
I mean, I got some secrets still my mama don't know.
Baby. Baby. Let me
And
tell
I
you.
won't even tell nobody else here just in case they call her.
Okay. Oh, do you hear me?
Right.
Not at all. Not at all.
And I'm 5'0". So please know
Yeah.
Yeah.
that that's not,
That you're not 50. 50 is the authorities.
well, I'm 550. I'm 50 years
Okay.
old.
Okay.
I'm 72 child.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Thanks for clearing it up.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I might have lost half the
Yeah, just
audience.
might have went bad. Might have went bad.
No, I ain't reporting nothing. But because your mom, I just encourage you to continue the open communication because she's going to need you when she figure it out. Hopefully, prayerfully, she doesn't fill out in the most feel go have to hit a rock bottom to do so.
Mm.
But she's going to need you either way. So try to
Yeah.
create an environment the best as you can. And I know it's easy to say, I told you this, or you know better than this, or I didn't show you this. I know it's easy to say that, but she's an adult now. And I would encourage you to try to talk to her like you would talk to your friend that you don't want to hurt.
Yeah, and because she's my
that's what
daughter,
she
I
is
even
now.
have a gentler tone. I tell her, you are beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, you are beautiful. You are smart. You can, you know,
Yeah.
and yeah. And the frustration is like, well, in our kind of frustrating, in my frustrating moment, they'd be like, why do you keep saying you're not, but you keep doing it? And it's not only affecting you, it's affecting the kids. So that's when I go, and I notice she'll call her sister, you know, and she'll talk, and my other daughter will call me, you know, and but then she'll wait a couple of days and she'll call out of the blue with nothing has to do what we're talking about, and I know because she's my child, I know she's checking to try to see where I'm at. So she'll call and say, hey, do you have this, or do you have that, or you know, or how do you cook this? So, and I change I stay calm, I stay compassionate, because I know that's just her reaching out, trying to see where I'm at and my angle, you know. But it's so, man, this is so heartbreaking. So, and then I'm looking at my son. My daughter said, my other daughter, her sister said, maybe she feels safer with the kids being there. You know,
Very
because
true.
I told her, if you want to get your ass, you know, the kids shouldn't have to see that. But my daughter, her sister had to tell me, maybe she feels safer with the kids there. And I'm like, damn, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah.
in those situations, those vary and so different. It could be that's what it is. It could be that someone is more likely to harm even more without the kids being there. And I do hear
Yeah.
you, because it's a sad situation for them to be in as well. And they definitely learn and will have to unlearn some things from that, just like you and I did, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it doesn't
Yeah.
mean that she can't become a good mom. That doesn't mean that she can't figure it out. That doesn't mean that she has to talk with those kids and was like, look, this is something that I wouldn't want to happen to you. You know, let's still
Yes.
also have hope for her, because I
Yes.
mean, neither one of us went deep into what was wrong with our upbringing, but we got out of there okay,
Right.
right?
Right.
So
Right.
we have to
Exactly.
hope that she can
Yes.
too.
That's
And
the
she's
hope.
blessed to have you as a mom that knows how that transition, that it can happen. Because, you know,
Yeah.
we have people out there that moms unfortunately don't give them the most positive situation from the time that they're little on up. But we know that
Yeah.
things can change. We know,
Yeah.
and the fact that
Yeah.
you are even holding your tongue in those moments and allowing her that space, even if it is talking about a recipe, because we know it's more than a recipe. She's reaching
Yes.
out to you, you know.
Yeah.
That's just might take her a little longer. And we definitely know, I don't know because I only have one child, but I've seen it with my mother, that you can raise all kids the same way, and some of them go one direction and some of them
Yeah.
are totally opposite. So so
Listen.
she just might take some adjustments to
Yeah.
what you normally do.
Yeah, that's what my kids tell me. They say you got two sets of kids because there's the older four and then there's the younger two. And they say them younger two, them a whole different breed. I'm like, leave my babies alone. But yeah,
Very true though.
I just wanted to hear
Very
and
true.
then just hear another perspective or hear, you know, something else or something, you know, like I said, somebody else's experience, somebody else's viewpoint, because it can become frustrating. And the reason why I'm comfortable sharing, because of This Is Patrice show and because the setting is small, you know?
Yeah. And I will
So,
say this, it sounds like you are blaming yourself a little bit in that too, and some shame about it yourself. So just really, we can only do the best we could do, right? We could get
right.
perspectives, and that's one thing that I do appreciate you for reaching out and doing, because you know we have some people that navigate, I don't need anybody's help, or I know what I'm doing, and that's what we're here for. Patrice's show is like a village. You know, we're sharing
Yeah.
experiences, something may work for you that didn't work for somebody else, and
Yeah.
even while you were talking, it touched me and made me think about, just how the change in parenting and what my daughter said to me. So
Yeah.
I hope it was helpful for you, and I
Yeah,
do thank you
well,
for sharing, sis.
yeah. Thank y'all so much for listening and sharing.
Indeed, thank you. You already know, D. This microphone is always open to you. You know, my platform is always
Yeah.
even if it's not something that we talked about originally, you can always inbox me, and we can make it a topic. I'd be more than happy to bring some discussions, and we can have them, and bring more people on, so you can get multiple perspectives. You get what I'm saying? Because maybe you need another one, maybe something else is going to work, and maybe you need another idea. Whatever it is, we'll keep your sister and your daughter in prayer. You get what I'm saying? Definitely keep you in prayer. You know what I'm saying? And the children, and hopeful that the decisions that are made will be for best for everyone in the long run. Shoot,
Yeah.
sis got one more thing to say. Go ahead.
And also, just also another thing, if it's in those recipe conversations, kind of it's okay to let her know that you kind of know what she's going through, or that you believe what's going on. And maybe it's not her sister that she could talk to. Maybe it's not you that she could talk to, but that is
Right.
counselors out there, is advocates out there. If she's ever ready to make any type of safety planning, or if you want to talk about safety planning for her, just in case she needs it, contact Tina Razam. I think I commented on there before, but I do work with DV clients. I'm also a therapist. So any way that I could assist you, or that I could assist her when she's ready, I'm available. So know that too. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you all so much.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you, sis. All
Okay.
right.
Have a good day. All right.
All right. Again, live with JustPatriceBlowRadio.com. I'm happy to have all of these voices here to um, create a village environment, so that we know that we're able to have some type of support, along the way. We may not have all the right answers individually, but together, I'm sure we can come up with something that would be just, dually or mutually beneficial across the board. Again, uh, when you don't have the answers on your own, is reach out to those who are available to you, and we can help together. Again, the number 414-885-4739. If you are on social media, you can inbox me directly. You already know I'm here to create opportunities to have these types of conversations. Closed mouths, what? We not having that no more. No, no, no. We don't have to have the I'm not going to say anything conversations anymore, or I'm gonna be quiet. You don't have to be in a situation. I believe it's 2022, and it's time that we start having conversations like this. Because how would I have known that sis needed to have this type of conversation, or was in need of some additional outreach? How would I have known that TRS was gonna say, you at the mom studio and I'm gonna slide through today? You know what I'm saying? How would we have known had I not said, today we're gonna do this show, and we're gonna talk about closed mouths, and we doing it? You know what I'm saying? And we out here, one person is better than none. You know what I'm saying? And she's the beginning of many, and she represents many. So let's have these conversations. Let's talk about whatever it is that we need to be talking about. No more of that. Well, don't tell nobody. Let's keep no more, y'all. No more. And I mean this when I say, on a political standpoint, on a professional standpoint, social, and in family. It's not we are here to have these conversations. If you don't talk about it, I mean, how did you think that the first person learned how to figure out to do with their menstrual cycle? And the second person, not the first person, because the first person had the situation. The second person had to help her. The second person had to figure it out. The third person, how you think they found out? Because the third person, the second person said something. You feel what I'm saying? These are conversations to be had. You know what I'm saying? How do you think that somebody knew? Wait, listen, this is if you touch your breast on this side and you notice it don't feel like this. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. How do you think these recipes are shared? Someone shared it. Someone knows. someone new, and it had to have a conversation to be able to push it forward, whatever it is that we need. Thank you for calling, Dana. Thank you for saying that this is a environment that you felt safe to do so. And thank you for to TRS for being available to my guests. You know what I'm saying? Who knew? Who knew? I knew. That made me want to play Tasha Nicole song. That's my joint. Who knew the sun would shine one day? God knew. That's a jam. Boy, I just want to know. You know she having her city release party coming up? It's coming up. You going? You going? You going? We going? Yeah, we're gonna find out. It's in October. That's too far out. Hmm. Really? Tell people. See who knew?
Let me call in.
Who knew? How about it? Who knew? Tina Ray also posted. She said my info is dynamic counseling and consulting, 414-909-2642, and then she posted the link there, therapyden.com/therapist/Katina Cole Milwaukee WI. What? I'm a weirdo. I am a little bit. You know what? I was talking to my niece this weekend, and she was like, she just kept saying, "Auntie, you saw irritated." You know how kids? I said, "Listen, imagine if I wasn't." And she said, "Yes, imagine." And so I spent half the day not bothering. She's like, "What's wrong with you, Auntie?" "Oh, imagine." You know what I'm saying? So, Andy, so this is me. And this is it. This is it. This is it. Like she be sleeping. I was just rolling over to her and like touching her face like this. And she was like, "Are you kidding me?" Did you today? Yeah. That's funny. And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, yeah, yeah. See what I'm saying? Like, so and I try to explain to people like this wholeheartedly just who I am. And I love being this person. I love being this transparent because I don't gotta never pretend. You know what I'm saying? And the more comfortable I get with the vulnerability part of this, and the vulnerability part is the part that I'm talking about where, you know what I'm saying, where I want to, how do I say this without getting arrested? Where I feel like I might need to be hostile and respond in that capacity because people have pushed all of my buttons. You know what I'm saying? But I'm doing good. The one that I don't care. Ain't that good? Oh, that's good. That's good, right? Thank you very much. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, listen, at this point, there's just some things that need to be said. And I cry like other people do. You know, I have to argue with people, people that say they love me and want me to be, but I think that they wanted me to be the Patrice Downey that they remembered. And that's fine. That's cute. That's great. But Patrice Downey was a character. Like I had to put her on every day when we did her things. Like you know what I'm saying? Because that I didn't get a chance to be able to be me. Like I even by group standard and from myself, I couldn't even go to the karaoke and mess up karaoke songs. I just wasn't allowed to do that because there was such a higher standard expected. So you had to do certain things. You know what I mean? So I had to be this other person. And so it just feels good to just be me. You know, it's free, there's freedom in it. I'm quirky. I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I sit up and I cry. I'm a whole empath. You know what I'm saying? Don't call me with no bad news because we gonna cry together. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna do my best to try to pull the positive out of that. I'm a how do you say? I'm an overbearing optimist. Like my cup is always half full, fam. Always. I need to figure out a way that we can. If you want to be mad about your cup being half empty, that's nice. I will be back when you're done. You know what I'm saying? Because that's you know what I'm saying? Come on. Is it? Is it just pee? Come on. Is it pee? Is it no? Is that urine? Did you say urine? Like, uh, I'm disgusted right now. I'm so irritated with you right now. No, it's like you said like it's a urine pee. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So you're gonna be able to just be those things. You know what I'm saying? To be vulnerable, to be open, to be, oh, sure, no problem. I can help. You know what I'm saying? But then the moment I realize that you are trying to take advantage of me, to be like, I'll punch you in your shit though. And mean it with the same capacity as I said, oh, sure, I'll help. You understand what I'm saying? People be like, well, which one is it? Oh, I'm gonna help you, but if you try to take advantage of me, I'm gonna bust you in your shit. We good. There's no problems here. Oh, is it? Oh, somebody upset. Why? Why? Oh, because you was trying to take advantage of me, because I know, it's because I said I was gonna put you in your shit. Because I will. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? And I love to see people say that to me. You know what? I'm half full. I'm half empty. I think somebody come get her. Somebody come get her right now. Right and that says piss. That's piss. I think that the more comfortable I become, the more healed I am in some areas of where I was forced to hide to be something else, or where I was forced to not accept myself and all the things, whatever. So the more the deeper my healing becomes, the more like deeper rooted. Because people think be healed, surface healing. That's great. The scab is going great. I want to peel all the scabs away, and I want to go all the way up into the core. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be able to look at some of these things. I even asked my mom questions, and I'm like, I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying, when I'm asking these questions, but I want to ask you because I want to know what you think about this, or what is your thought process in the way that you handle this, because we handle things differently. You get what I'm saying? And I want to know about why you responded this way, or why you actively respond this way to things, whatever. One, I can develop a patience for your response or the way that you behave. Two, so that I don't immediately become defensive. You know what I'm saying? I want to be understanding. And in order for me to have to ask questions, if you don't want me to, you don't want to answer it, I'm not going to force you to answer the question. But thank you for being available for me to ask the question to. You know what I'm saying? And just her, my sister, my friends, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I want to know where these processes come from stuff that just seems so far fetched to me. I'm like, why the hell are you doing that? You know what I mean? But instead of saying that's just dumb, be like, so can I ask? And then I ask whatever the question is, what I'm like, and then because I want to know, like, not because I'm trying to be funny, not because I'm trying to pick you apart, not because I'm trying to make you feel weirded or uncomfortable, or I don't want to do that. If answering makes you uncomfortable, then I'll disengage. You know what I'm saying? But if you're willing to have the conversation, please let's. That's what's going. You picked it up. Let's do it. Come on.
It's just P. I wanted to say
I'm
that
so
on there.
irritated with you, and it just be that said piss. It
But
said piss, yo.
I guess, and this is totally me. I'm going to project. This is Tina Renee Sam. It's all three of us for
Let's
anybody
go.
listening.
Let's go.
What just happened was really dope. When you are vulnerable, when you are your authentic self, you become a safe space for other people to do so. I know that even sometimes some people may not say things during the show, even like this young lady did. But that's dope. And that means that you're doing a great job
Thank you.
at being vulnerable and giving your authentic self, because she wouldn't have been able to come on and share that.
Right.
That's hard. It's
Right.
hard when you suffering through it yourself.
Right.
It's hard as a mom to admit that that's something that's going on to your family. So I mean, really allow it to enter your soul that this is what you are doing for folks.
Thank you.
This is what you provided for folks, so people can be wide open because you allow us to see you wide open.
Thank you.
That gives everyone permission to do it.
I appreciate that.
So thank you for a
I think
platform
she
that
put the
does
heart.
that.
She's like, yes. I thank you for that. That means a lot. I don't think like like I got a few minutes. So, but as a radio show host, like you have to think about your platform, and no, you don't hear me talking about what's happening in the media or with superstars or whatever, because we got our own lives to worry about. Not that it ain't entertaining or funny, you know what I'm saying? Because some of it is hilarious. But I mean, don't we want to be well? I want to be well. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be well. And at some point, I recognized that I wasn't. And I knew that, I'm not gonna say that I was broken, but I wasn't as strong as I could have been. I wasn't as resilient as I would have liked to see myself. And I'm like, how do I get there? And the first step for me was just be honest. Not with other people. Just be honest with you. Just I wanted to be honest with myself. And so I stopped lying to me. No, no, fam, you not okay. And yes, that does hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pain tolerance had gotten so high because every time I expressed that I was hurting or something, whatever, I was quieted, if that's the best way to put that, or it was someone else played it down, or I was being considered a quote unquote drama queen. I'm like, oh, that really hurt though. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, I remember when I was little and I could fry something for the first bacon, I was frying bacon for the first time, and the grease literally popped me in the eye, and I couldn't see. I didn't have no glasses then. You know what I'm saying? But it was terrible. Right in my eye. I was like, and then it was, and that was downplayed or put, and I was made immediately to get myself together. You know what I'm saying? Or I remember being little and I was told, "Don't cry, don't cry." Why? You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand that. Yeah, don't have, don't. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. And you know what I'm saying, or you'll cut that out. You know what I'm cut. Wait a minute. Come on, get it together. Get what together? So don't have these feelings. Don't express them. Don't allow, like, in order to control something, you have to acknowledge that it exists. Like, I gotta let it out so I can know how to manage it. If I don't, if I'm always overwhelmed by these things, I'll never get a chance to control them. And I just didn't want to be controlled by a feeling. The lack, the people don't understand, like, when you are on the brink of insanity, like, and then this is again, and I'm all about transparency. When you are on the brink of insanity, you are literally, there's a, I know that seem look extra light, but it's a, that's all it take to either to make you make a decision that could change not just your life, but many other people's lives forever. And you have a fragment of a second to make a decision. And I've stood on that line many times. Many times. So I know what it looks like to be like, one more thing and I'm killing everybody in this bitch. And, like, for really mean it. I know what it looks like and what it feels like to be like, one more thing and I'm just gonna kill myself. Or I know when to be on it, or there's a little button. Unless you don't know this, if you never experienced it, it might sound fictitious, it might sound like movies or whatever, but there is a little switch. It's chemical, okay? And your mind triggers itself because it's called self-preservation. You feel me? And people think it's crazy, but it's people don't think it's crazy. People don't understand that this is a real thing. We are chemically programmed. Our bodies are programmed to save themselves, and that is called a self-preservation button. That's why people who black out and do things when they're crazy come back to themselves, don't know what they did with it, because your mind cuts that part off. So whatever needs to happen happens, and then you can come back, and then everything can be okay. Like, it's something natural that happens. I know what it's like to have somebody holding a button, be like, "Is we pushing this button or no?" You know what I'm saying? Was it, are we pushing the button? Because I think we should push the button. Push the button. Push the button. Somebody said, no, don't push the push. Wait, wait. Give her a second. 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 No, fuck that. We need to push this button right now. No. Give her a second. I've been on that line. And because I've been there, I'm comfortably saying to anybody, I know what it's like to be on that line, yo. And I want you to know that you're not alone standing on that line. That somebody else knows what it's like to almost push that button. Let's talk about what that looks like so that we don't got to push the button. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about what it looks like so you can be comfortable crying. Be comfortable in all of your emotions so that you can have control over them and they don't have to have control over you. So that when you are making decisions that you are not influenced by just an emotion or a feeling, so you can have some control of your thought process. What does that look like? How do you do that? You have these conversations so that you can gain some perspective. And this is I'm available to make it for other people, but baby, y'all don't know how much this helped me. This platform makes it so that I don't lose my shit. And then me being able to anybody calling here and saying, Treese, thank you for helping me. I did what I'm supposed to do today. And I'll see y'all again on Monday. And we'll do it again. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, whether it's a cry, whether we need to get mad and go off, whether we need to speak up because Uncle JJ is in the basement and his whole ass don't need to be in the basement. Who keep leaving Uncle JJ in the basement? You understand what I'm saying? Or because Ray Ray and them is down the street and you know that Ray them down the street. Why? I'm gonna keep reminding you. Stop letting Ray Ray be down the street. If you don't want to know, you don't want nobody to know that was you, there are anonymous numbers. You can call. You won't feel guilty because Ray Ray is your son? Okay, let's ask some questions here to ourselves. Is Ray Ray a good boy? Is Ray Ray terrorizing you? Because I like Ray Ray's ass. It's doing too much Ray in. You understand? Ray Ray need to go sit his Ray Ray ass down. Right. Do you need somebody else? Listen, go on and share this. I don't know what's going on with my son, but I think that was him. Oh. Hello, my name is Becky, and I am calling or I can just call and say, "Hi, my name's Emma, and I know that Ray Ray is on 36th Street, and well, I think it was him that was over, baby. What you need? We out here. Listen, I've got quite a few voices, and we can use. Which one would you like me to say? I think there's a gentleman named Ray Ray that lives down the street on 36th. It is. Baby, you understand what I'm saying? What you need, we can verify. I'm sorry. I go knock on the door. I'm sorry. It's Kevin here. Kevin. Oh no. Oh God, I don't know what's going on. I'm looking for Kevin. He doesn't live here. Oh. Okay, well, Kevin got some water or something. I've been looking for Kevin for all day. And then Ray was gonna say, "Man, get this bitch some water or something." And I'm like, "Thank you so much." Scrape. Ray. I think I have his DNA under my fingernails up in his bitch. I'm just saying. By accident. I'm nervous. That's all kind of things you can do. And all I'm saying is let's do better. And let's continue to be available. And thank you for acknowledging that to me. Thank you for um we can call it that, but I'm thinking so much. Thank you for reminding me and for letting me know. I would call it a form of validation. So yes, that's a better word for validating my quest. Some days I feel like, am I, or did I, or not? And conversations like this, even still be like, "Well, you're just doing what we're supposed to be doing," but your statement, it really touched me, and it reminded me that I'm not out here just tripping, and my mission is bigger than that. It's not just, yeah, it's a conversations to be had. There are many conversations to be had, and these are many, and I'm willing to have them. And I thank you for that. All right, then, y'all. So we about to get up out of this bitch. Patricia, you crazy. I know I am a little bit, but I think it's that right there that makes me feel good. I think to be that type of energy to give it to y'all and to be able to get it back every Monday right here, 1 to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. BlowRadio.com is the only place to be that we can have these types of free conversations. Shout out to Homer Blow himself for allowing the platform, for giving me the opportunity. 11 years, yo. 11 of them. Call them 1, 2, 10, 12, 11. I lost track. Anyway, 11. 11. 11. 11. Shout out to Calm Wellness Services always for being available to meet your massage and energy work needs. Go to visit the website Wellcalm, WELKALM.com. Check out the services and book your services. Also, shout out to JPA Elevated for all that goodness. Infused indulgences for your skin. That's the easiest way to put that there. If you need some good moisturization, but you also need some pain relief, some anxiety relief, some stress relief, go on and get you some. That's jpaelevated.com. Also, a quick reminder, if you have not yet seen it, and I don't know what it's taking you so long, go to Tubi and stream Don't Ban Me by my homeboy, my brother D-Rock, representing Milwaukee. Yo, we on Tubi, y'all. And you want to go and get some of that. You understand what I'm saying? Also, this Saturday, join me and the LMBN network, .com network or .net network. The LMBN is the LMBN Legal Money Business Network. Is the LMBN. Kind of did that redundantly. Anyway, join us, me and the LMBN team, as we are hosting part 3 of the M4 tour, which is mindfulness, marketing, money, and motivation. And we are going to be sitting in front of Happy Days Day Bar at the Sherman Phoenix this Saturday. Doors of the event intake is at 2:00. He will begin at 3:00. It's like 3 to 5. It's a quick, short thing. Come in and get your mindset together and focused on marketing. You understand? Learn a little bit more about what that looks like. If you want to know more about it, go to m4tour.com or go to lmbn.net and you can find it there as well. Are you pouting? It's so cute. Stay tuned for the details on the official grand opening for Happy Days Day Bar. Yo, are on a bar, yo. I knew it was massage therapy. Who out here, entrepreneur? Anyway, until next week, Wednesday, and next week Monday. We say what? We did. I see you, pumpkin. And Chasey Wasey said, "Tell you guys get the hell off there so my mom could go." All right, then. I holler at y'all. It's been great. Bye.